see if this works. Gotta figure it out. Got so for my wife. Alright, I'm just showing. What the hell is this YouTube? Oh, we are.
This is JP from Pen Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Pen Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at penflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Pen Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores that sell cheap stuff. That's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-70.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666.
Hold on, I don't have them hooked up quite yet.
And they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Can you hear me? You don't know if you can hear me?
Attention passengers for flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. And we can just fly again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage check.
Not to mention never losing your luggage.
Is it good or bad?
Me again why we haven't done this?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for flight 1370.
Somebody's on the line, and I'm hoping I'm sounding good, because I can't tell, because our signal is so bad that we can't tell. So if I sound good, you can chat to me, because it's impossible to hear it without plugged in. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't hear myself.
Your retirement planning questions.
Plan
today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8.
There you go. But stop. That's good information. Thank you very much. It's still not.
Hear us, give us feedback, please.
Check. Now I can hear myself. This It's check now.
What's he plugged into?
If this does it. Alright.
Back in 2015.
I'm gonna just play too fast. Great if somebody
It's time for Marion County High School football. Let's go.
So, you can hear commercials. Yeah, but so we gotta figure out what's the difference. Check. Hey, alright, can you hear me now? If you're listening to me, how does it sound to you listening to me right now? Check. Go ahead and let me know how I sound. Am I clear? Am I scuffy? How do I sound right now? Check.
I don't know.
Check. How do I sound up there? Check.
I like it.
Sounds like a really bad.
All right, we're gonna go to Plan C.
Go to Plan C.
Losing focus, burning soul, and trying to win off a cook. Thinking situated, if I could just get to a book.
Do you think it has to do with the signal? Check. Now what are we doing?
We're trying another option.
What if we plugged into the Wi-Fi?
There we go. It's not. I'm not quite sure what it is, but
Perfect.
yeah.
Are we good now? Check.
I know what the issue is, but good. All right, fantastic.
So we are good to go. We have good audio now. Excellent.
All right. Now I just got to control the levels. Only been working on it for an hour,
Yeah.
hour and a half.
Bellevue is not a radio-friendly community here.
No, it would be great if somebody would make some money out
Second
here.
mic is clipping a bit, but not bad.
That's because it's you're over amplified. I can fix that. All right. Well, I really appreciate whoever was giving us some feedback.
It was someone named Nikki, it sounded like. Thank you, Nikki.
Appreciate your feedback. We are trying our best. It's local radio, and we are dependent on Verizon for our signal. So we'll continue to work on it next week. I will tell you at Booster, The signal there is fantastic. It's my home turf. I've probably broadcast 150, 200 games there.
Well, last week it was 1,000 games. Now it's 150.
Yeah, well, I did the math, right? So I've been doing games for a long time. That's probably 200. Because at one point I did all the Forest home games and all the Vanguard home games. Who the heck knows?
Yeah.
All right. Bellevue signal is horrid. All right, I don't know what Bellevue is. Is that John? We're going to do mic 1, mic 2, mic 1.
No, I think she was just talking about like Bellevue. Yeah. We just have bad signal here in Bellevue is what it is. Yeah,
I got you.
Our radio signal, that our broadcast is sounding good right now. Whatever you did there, you fixed.
All right, good.
Yeah.
All right, so Johnny, let's try to focus on the task at hand tonight.
That's right.
We've got the Pasco Pirates taking that long, horrific drive from Dade City here to Bellevue, Florida. Gorgeous night. Sun is going down, starting to cool off a little bit.
It is still hot as anything, though.
Yeah. You guys are coming in great. Fantastic. So, again, it's a gorgeous night here at Pasco, or in Bellevue. We're playing Pasco. Pasco hasn't won a game. They're not a very good football team,
And
Johnny.
I think this is their first game in 2 weeks. Their last 2 games they forfeited.
Yeah.
They felt like they weren't good enough to play against Vanguard or Lake Gibson, so they just said, you know what, we're not going to go play that game. And magically they are able to play against Bellevue, and they think it's going to be somehow better against these guys. But I have a feeling it's going to be very Lake Weir-esque tonight. So,
well, you know what's sad, John, is this team hasn't scored a touchdown, right? Usually you can find one bright spot, but it just isn't there. They've had punts blocked. They've had kicks blocked. They've had lots of kickoff returns. You know, it's just been a rough row for this Pasco football team.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago, you were telling me they may cancel this football game.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was actually the week when they told Vanguard they weren't going to play. And I think there was a lot of, they were getting conflicting information. The coach was saying, it's COVID. The AD over there said, no, it's not COVID. We just have too many injuries. We can't play. So the FHSA came to him and said, listen, this is a district game. If you don't play, it's a forfeit. Oh, and by the way, you have to forfeit the rest of the district games and pay a fine.
Sure.
And I think to avoid that, there was some type of loophole where they're able to go independent now. So they're technically not part of the FHSAA. They don't have district games. I don't really know what all the details of that is, but it certainly is fascinating to say the least. And like I said, they decided, hey, we're not going to play against Vanguard, who's a very good football team, Lake Gibson, who's also another good football team, but here we are against Bellevue today. So, hey, interestingly enough, I think they're underestimating the Rattlers if that's the case.
Well, I mean, you got to play something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and again, it's such a long drive from Dade City. I don't know if anybody's ever driven. You can't get there from here.
It's
not
all
that
bad
27.
of a drive. It's not that bad of a drive.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, John.
You take 75, you got to get off that little side exit, I think, where Zephyr Hills is.
I guess you do get on 75 for about 15 minutes, but the rest is just brutal.
Well, you know what's amazing is at one time, Pasco was a pretty dang good program. I mean, just about, I think, 7-8 years ago. They were a good program. They had that defensive lineman that played at Florida. Ivy was, I think, his name. So Pasco had a good football team, and then things, it just seems like it fell apart for some reason. I'm counting how many guys, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16,
they got like
18,
27
22,
guys?
24, 20, I'm counting, 27 guys. I counted 27.
I counted that on the roster earlier. So
you got 27 on the roster for Pasco tonight. I have a feeling a lot of those guys are playing both ways. And Bellevue's got probably about 45 on their roster.
Yeah, and which again, and we've talked about this for the couple of weeks. We're going to try not to talk too much about Vanguard and try to focus on tonight's game.
That's going to be hard to do by about the second quarter.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see how Brady comes out. This is one of those weeks where it's homecoming, John, and this is a week in which you can get yourself into a lot of trouble. All the Bellevue kids have watched the film of Pasco, right? They've seen what they're doing or not doing. It's going to be rough to keep the Rattlers going and stay fired up tonight. I have a strong feeling it's going to be a rough night.
Well,
it's going to be just a struggle.
From what I understand, I don't think Bellevue even had much film on Pasco coming into this game since they haven't played in 2 weeks. Actually, I talked to Coach Ackerman a little bit before the game, and he told me, he said, John, we really don't know what to expect out of this team. He's like, for all I know, they could come out in the wing tee. So I have a feeling they probably didn't even practice for Pasco this week, and it was all about Vanguard. And they're going to go out tonight, not so much wing it, but they're just going to try to out-athlete them tonight, outplay them with the talent that they have, and that's what it's going to be tonight.
Yeah, and I really have a feeling you're right. I think this is going to come down to this far, but it doesn't pop up. So are you going to focus? Or are you going to talk? I'll go to a break.
That's Franklin T9.
That is the concession stand. So what we're going to do, I'll let John to get distracted, and we'll just take a break because if John will just drive me crazy because he's not focused at all. But you are listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Locally owned and operated since 1957. We are The Source, 96.3 FM.
Get lowest prices and guarantee. Plus, every day you buy one tree, you get a second one for half price. That means you can buy a 4 to 6 foot tree for as little as $49.99 and get another one just like it for only $25. Hundreds of types and sizes are available. You can get delivered, planted, and guaranteed. So think about trees. Think about Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, away from all the traffic. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, Ocala's Tree Place since 1952.
When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
All right, welcome back to high school football right here at Bellevue, Florida, where the Pasco Pirates are visiting the Bellevue Rattlers. And John, on paper, this should be a no-brainer for Bellevue, but again, it's homecoming. You're never quite sure what you're going to get. It's not a box of chocolates, but it's pretty close, isn't it?
Well, homecoming is also a very expensive week for the parents. Actually, I was talking to a certain parent, our man Todd Swearingen. His daughter goes to Bellevue here, and he said, yeah, this week cost me a few bills between homecoming dress, all the dress-up days that they did and everything. So, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we're helping Pasco coaches here with their extension cord.
Hey, we've all been where he's at.
Yeah, we've been there, done that, Coach.
Yeah. So, yeah. Again, when you come to I don't know if Pasco's ever been here before.
I don't think so. I think
this is Pasco's.
Instead of canaveling around town, going down to Tampa for the Tampa Bay Rays games. Who knows?
Well, he's not going to the Rays game because the Red Sox won. That game starts at 8, so if you're in the chat and you want to give me what the score is periodically, only if they're winning, because if they're losing, I'll lose my mind.
I think Burton's still in Tampa. He just went down to Mons in Odyssey. He's in the spaceship tonight, buddy.
We've all been there.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, come on now. I don't know. Maybe you're younger than me, so maybe it wasn't a thing, but... gosh, glitter! Come on with glitter all over. That's a terrible place.
Coming home smelling like the coconut perfume.
Yeah, and I honestly haven't been to a strip club in like 20. How long have I been married? 20 since I got married in '97. So since then.
I'm sure.
That's what I'm going with.
Your story, and you're sticking to it.
That's right.
Just like the song. Who sang that song? That's my.
Oh yeah,
I'm sticking.
Correct. That's correct. But again, tonight, John, I really do. I'm excited to see what the Rattlers do tonight. Do they come out really vanilla, or do they just go, hey, we're going to go play. We're going to throw everything we got at it. What does this offense do to get ready for that Vanguard defensive front?
I think he's going to tell his starters, listen, we're going to run a lot of our base stuff, the stuff we're good at. the simple stuff, the things our bread and butter plays, the things we need to get better at, because that's what you're going to lean on in the big game against Vanguard. So I don't think you see any trick plays tonight. I don't think you see anything out of the ordinary out of Bellevue tonight. I think it's going to be very basic, very vanilla, like you are saying. And they're just going to go execute. I mean, I think you're going to see a lot of times where our man, the quarterback, Ernest Flythe, who's got
offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234.
Deals on villages for sale, as well as our new statewide classified floor for sale. Log on today and post your free classified. You'll reach thousands of shoppers who check things every day. Are you a business looking to get a corner on the
We are live. I'm Galen Unold next to John Ivory, and it's going to be a battle tonight until we can get onto that Wi-Fi.
Good evening,
but we're getting ready for the national anthem, and during the national anthem, Johnny, I say we switch over because maybe then both of us won't buffer, and then we can really actually see how we sound because it's a guess right now. And, you test this stuff at home and in a really controlled setting where you got a great signal. And then you come out here in the middle of the boondocks, Johnny, and you got nothing.
Here we go.
So that's where we're at. We are listening.
So we're good now.
We are live. I think we're all hooked up. I think we sound good. The band's going to take the field for the national anthem. And what we're going to do again is we're going to step aside. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
If you thought there was no tree store in Ocala, then think again. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens has been Ocala's official tree store for well over 50 years. At any given time, Bob has more quality trees, dozens of varieties, including shade trees, palm trees,
From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-70.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
All right. I think we got the signal fixed, Johnny, so now we can stay focused.
We are good to go now. We are cooking.
You are hot. I got it. All right. So tonight's game, the Bellevue Rattlers against the Pasco Pirates. And Johnny, this is going to be a fun game tonight.
It's going to be fun watching Bellevue potentially put 70 up. Right?
Yeah, I would be shocked if Brady Ackerman, who we haven't even mentioned in the broadcast yet, runs it up. His first homecoming.
Did we not do a broadcast? We didn't do a pregame interview with him? What's up with that?
I don't know. I was with the governor this morning.
Oh, the governor.
The governor of Georgia had a little personal breakfast, a little one-on-one.
Georgia?
Yeah, Kemp, Governor Kemp. We talked about some healthcare issues that we're facing up there.
Did you go up there for the recount? Is that what you went to do?
No, it's interesting. You see how a guy is portrayed. That was a misstep. A guy who's portrayed. I met his wife. She's lovely. But, how a guy is portrayed in the media, and then you get to meet him face to face. He can write all over that. I don't care. Those are your stats, so mine are fine. But, again, tonight we've got one of the other Ivories, but he took off his headset, so we can't talk to him.
Here you go.
But
you can draw all over this, okay?
off of that Wi-Fi?
Has won the toss and will receive the opening kickoff.
We got kicked off of that Wi-Fi. There we go. All right, let's keep working on this.
Maybe the Wi-Fi isn't very strong.
All right. Maybe, but it looked pretty powerful. But, again, the Bellevue Rattlers defense, John, is what's going to win next week against Vanguard.
Well, it has to, because we all know how good Vanguard's defense
their defense is incredible.
Oh, their front seven is one of the best you're going to see. So
I have Vanguard right now by 14. We'll see if tonight changes my mind.
Well, we'll see. Well, but how do you get a measuring stick? How do you get a measuring stick on a game like this? Come on now.
A team that hasn't played in 3 weeks, that hasn't scored a touchdown, it's going to be rough. They have to get the shutout, though, right? Bellevue's defense has to get a shutout. So I set it up so all you have to do is this. You go side to side.
Look at that. Okay.
All right? Try not to break it like you did last week. There's a reason why I never touched the camera historically.
Well, give me a second. You talk, because I'm gonna go on here on social media and just announce that we're live on the radio.
All right, that sounds great. But Bellevue has taken the field. Apparently there's a hurricane or a tornado warning because the sirens are going off. But let's see how this all shakes up. I'm excited to see what Brady has to offer. Pasco is going to be receiving the kick. They're wearing the red pants, white jerseys with a black helmet. And, of course, Bellevue is wearing their blue uniforms with a white helmet. So it should be pretty good for us tonight. Both teams, very clear numbers. And back deep for the Pirates is probably their main man. He wears number 1, Johnny, and you were all over my stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to get organized here too.
As usual.
Well, we got our man kicking off tonight, AK-22. Here we go with that famous pooch kick, and I'm telling you right now, that could be the X factor against Vanguard next week if they don't practice for it the right way, because we have seen that pooch kick cause a lot of problems for a lot of teams. Hailing that pooch kick has nothing to do with how good of a football player or athlete you are. It has to do with how disciplined you are and how smart you're going to be about handling that kick. So, and not to say Vanguard's not a smart team, but they better practice for it. If they don't practice for it, they won't be prepared for this.
That's correct. So Eric Matos will be deep, but again, AK-22 is a serious weapon with that pooch kick. They do have a couple of players standing at the 30, and AK usually aims for about the 20-yard line.
But he gets that thing sky high, baby.
Yeah, and these defenders do not like to go backwards, and so he gets in that mid-pull. Matos, one of their playmakers, gets his ball in the hand early and makes a little people miss. It'll be good field position for the Pirates.
What I like about that by Bellevue High School, though, is the guy that made the tackle was their star wide receiver, number 8, Amarian Dudley. So you got the guy who's the stud on offense going out there playing special teams on kickoff and making plays. So that's when you know you have a good team player on your hands.
Yeah, and again, it's high school. You've got to play special teams. So now the Pasco team, they run this little veer with a lot of trickery, but
yeah, they have to do a better job of executing on defense and make that tackle.
And again, with this veer option, the good news is the Rattlers saw it a couple of weeks ago down at Springstead in Brooksville, but we'll see how Javion Johnson runs it. He's going to bring a man in motion. He's going to fake it to him, give it to the deep man, Redfield. Redfield's popped down maybe for a gain of half a yard. Nice play there. That'll set up 3rd down and solid 4.
Yeah, just a simple fullback dive there, and number 65, the defensive lineman, Michael Miner, made a really nice play. They're not letting him get anywhere to now force about a 3rd and 4 for the Pasco Pirates.
And again, 10:40 left to go here in the first quarter. No score early. First possession by Pasco. They're traveling up from the Dade City area.
And they didn't bring many people with them.
Oh, it's tough when you're 0-6, man. That's rough. Especially when you can hear it right here on the radio. Javion Johnson makes one man miss. Makes 2 on the keeper over the right side. And that'll set up 1st and 10 inside the Bellevue territory. For the first time, nice little run there by the quarterback. He is a senior.
Yeah, Javion Johnson there on the nice keeper. I tell you, he almost took off there. He's
a sophomore, Johnny.
Yeah, and Javion's a good-looking runner there. He's got some speed and some moves. Bellevue's got to do a better job of reading that play there.
A big guy. I mean, he's maybe 5'8", but he's quick. You'd probably lose him in a phone booth. And, oh, you got to love it when a mom steps in to save John's life once again because he believes that a 3-year-old really wants to go to a football game. They're going to give the end around to Matos. Matos goes over the left side. He's got the edge. He's got 9. He's brought down right at the stick. Let's see where they mark this down. Looks like it could be second and short here with 9:36.
Yeah.
Good opening drive by Pasco.
Yeah, and this wing T is actually causing some problems here for the Bellevue defense. It's not like they haven't seen this ever before. They played against Springstead and practiced a lot for this. So the fact that they're having some issues right now against this defense is a little bit scary here.
Well, what's interesting is the linemen never huddle, Johnny. They just go to the line, get set, right? And then they wait for the rest of the offense to come to the line. And so Johnson comes straight to the line. They're in that wing T, and they're just overloading the left side. Now they're going to send a man in motion. They're going to give it to the Redfield, the deep man. He breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2. He's got a first down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line for Pasco. And the Pirates have come to play tonight.
Yeah, and in the 65, Minor, the defensive lineman, he actually had him in the backfield for a loss, but he slipped right out of his fingers. Number 39, the running back for the Pirates.
Redfield.
Ethan Ayo.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ethan Ayo.
Ethan Ayo, the fullback, broke a tackle and got a few more yards for the first down there. So here we go. That's now 2 first downs for the Pirates on this drive.
And Ayo is probably 3 times the size as a quarterback, Javion Johnson.
He's a big boy.
And he's going to be the deep man in this set as they send a man in motion. They're going to give it to the Ayo, and he runs right up the middle. Solid gain of 5. And again, with this wing T, if you can get positive yardage on first down, you can just grind a team to absolute death.
Yeah, for about a gain of 4 yards there by Ayo again. And we'll point out there, nice hit by number 16. That's my guy, the junior, Cornelius Bentley Green. I tell you, this coaching staff likes him a lot. And they really think that he's going to be a good player for them in the long run here. I think he's a guy that maybe doesn't have a lot of football history under his belt. I don't know, but he's become a really nice player for them at linebacker.
Again, Ethan Ayo is a senior on this team. He's going to be in the backfield deep. I'd love to, I didn't watch a single second of film for Pasco. I didn't prepare for this game at all after working on the mics, but they're going to call a timeout here for Pasco. And that'll set up 2nd and 7. And if you're the Rattlers, this just gives you a chance to catch your breath, get everybody, make sure they're lined up correctly, right?
That's right. Well, I have a feeling that Coach McFadden is not happy with his defense right now. He's probably telling him right now, listen, we need to read this veer a lot better. We need to follow. I mean, a lot of times when it comes to playing this offense, it comes down to following those pulling guards. Wherever the pulling guards are going in this double tight wing T look, that's typically where the ball is going. Follow those pulling guards, and that's where you need to flow with.
Yeah, they're not surprising anybody right so far in this drive.
Yeah.
It started on their Pasco 32 yard line, and they've moved the football just with a couple of first downs on 3rd down, and this is the kind of offense that Pasco needs to run.
Well, one of the things I'm curious that maybe we see Bellevue make an adjustment doing is with their star defensive player, number 5, Jahari Baker. When he played against Springstead, he was actually in the box. He's playing safety right now.
Matos gets around the edge on the sweep, and it's going to be an easy first down, Johnny.
Yeah, so like I said, I think maybe they moved Jahari Baker down in the box versus playing deep at safety. And like they did against Springstead, because quite honestly, that seemed to work because Jahari Baker was really the guy on defense for Bellevue against Springstead. He was making a lot of the big plays.
Well, right now, they got to figure out the linebackers have to get outside. That defensive end on each side is just getting pinned. And if you don't go out and extend that play, you are in deep, deep trouble. Rob Jordan's doing his part. All right, Johnson's going to be underneath the center again. He gives it to the beat back. That's Ayo. He's got a first down and a little bit more as he's punishing guys in that linebacking core is going to be bruised after this. That's inside the 25. They're going to mark him down at the 24-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10.
And that was actually, it looked like that was number 30 for Bellevue Rattlers, Tim Crawford on the tackle there. So, but once again, that's now the 3rd first down conversion for Pasco Pirates. And I haven't really seen many teams do that against Bellevue at all this year. So I think this caught us all by surprise.
Well, what's impressive when you play a team like this with a wing tee really limits the number of possessions you get because that clock just churns. All right, and there's going to be a false start. That's an illegal procedure. That ball's going to come back, but Johnson keeps it. He's all the way inside the 5-yard line. That'll be offensive illegal procedure, Johnny. And 2 men moving, and it'll be 1st and 15.
I'm not even sure what he was going like this.
Yeah, illegal procedure, right? He's only got one arm.
Oh, that's why. Sorry.
Jeez, you're a terrible human being.
I didn't notice that.
You didn't notice that he had one arm?
No.
Everybody else in the whole stands. Oh, wow, the Whitecaps got one arm. You know, the good thing is we have no idea who these guys are. It's probably best for everybody.
I've never seen this officiating.
John Ivory, you can follow him on Twitter, @JohnIvory. He has nothing to hide. He is a troll. He went after a guy with a fake account trying to sell people memberships to NFSA.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Right now, their broadcast has been as good as ours.
Yeah, I know, right? Our broadcast.
There's no signal there.
Our broadcast has been terrible with our signal issues.
But I think we're solid now. And now there's going to be another timeout. And this is as all the earmarks of a team that is 0-6, right? 2 timeouts on your first drive. First down, pre-snap penalties. That's rough.
You know, but here's something else. Let's talk about the fact that the Pasco offense has now churned 3 first downs in 6 minutes off the clock. We have 6 minutes and 8 seconds left in the first quarter, and the Bellevue offense still has not touched the ball.
Well, and again, you know, when Brady and I talked before the Springstead game, one of the things he made clear is you may only get 8 possessions, and you better score on those 8 possessions, or you could find yourself in a whole lot of trouble. And again, when we started, I had no idea what type of offense the Pirates ran. So in this wing tee, it's incredibly difficult to get to a running clock because the whole game is a running clock.
Yep. And, you know, but they were executing this nicely against the Bellevue Rattlers right now. So
really nice turnout tonight for the Rattlers.
It is homecoming. It's a packed house tonight. I mean, look at all the people down there on the sidelines. There's a lot. It's a big crowd we got here.
Love it. That's good for you as the booster club.
Yeah, and then we got Rob Jordan up there. He's promoting nachos and hot dogs and whatever
showing
else.
off, isn't he? 1st and 15 here for Pasco. 6:08 left to go in the first quarter. They're going to give it to Ayo in the backfield. He breaks 1 tackle, breaks 2, absolutely punishes another one for a solid 9-yard gain, Johnny. And that'll set up 2nd and 6 after that 1st and 15.
I tell you, though, number 14 for the Bellevue Rattlers, King Hubert, he came in like a lightning bolt. And there was a big collision there between him and Ayo. I don't know who hit the other guy harder, but they both hit each other pretty hard.
Well, we are now at the water break, and we're going to keep it here, Johnny. And again, this Pirate offense has played incredibly well. I've been pretty impressed. What does the Bellevue defense have to do besides keep the edge and make a couple of tackles? Because they've been run over, let's be clear.
You know, but I'm curious, too, if Bellevue does make a stand here in the red zone and ultimately forces a 4th down, I'm kind of curious what the special teams looks like on Pasco. Because a lot of times when you have a small roster like this, it tends to lead to some special teams issues. Maybe they're not very good at kicking field goals. I don't know. Maybe they go for it. But I'm curious to see what happens.
Well, I was watching their kicker pregame. That's one of the things I like to do. I couldn't really see a lot. His name is Alan Clark. But it was rough. This pregame, all I was trying to do was test the signal. Because I bought a bunch of new cords, Johnny. They work great at home. Not sure what's going on tonight. All right, here we are, 2nd and 6 for the Pirates. Javion Johnson underneath center. He's going to give it to Ayo in the backfield. He gets hit after about a 2-yard gain. Much better penetration there by the linebacking core of Bellevue. That'll set up 3rd and 5.
Yeah, that was Trace Mims, number 4, and number 16, Cornelius Bentley Green, who both came in there and made a nice hit on the running back. Really got nowhere. We got a 3rd and 5 situation for the Rattlers. So, you know, this could really be where the defense steps up for them.
And again, this is a Pasco team that hasn't scored a touchdown, Johnny. But they're looking good tonight, so I'm sure it's 2-down territory for the Pirates, right? Why not? Why not?
You are exactly right. This is 2-down territory for the Pirates. And thank God I've got this Bellevue faculty. What's your name? I'm sorry?
And Javion Johnson drops back to pass, but he's hit and dropped in the backfield.
Miss Rivera's here.
Your guy with a
entertaining my kid while I do the broadcast.
Focus on the broadcast. Your guy, Brandon Freitag, with the sack. That'll be a 10-yard loss. So instead of 3rd and 5, it'll now 4th and 15 here.
Yeah, and Freitag's been a guy that we've called his name all year long. He's made big play after big play for the Rattlers. A really nice looking. And, it was tough to see who kind of cleaned it up there. I think was that number 14, King Huber?
I believe so.
King Huber cleaned it up for him as Donnelly corralled him there. And like I said, Coach Ackerman really likes Donnelly.
All right, so now it'll be 1st and 10 for Ernest Flife and the boys. Ernst, if you like the movies. I love the movies. Ernst goes to camp. All right, so Flight's going to hand it off to the big man, Eugene Reed. He's got 8, he's got 9, he's got 10, he's got 20, and a pancake block in front of him. He's into the Pirates territory, all the way down to the 28-yard line. Johnny, don't move the camera while I'm talking.
I tell you, that was a beautiful block by the wide receiver. Number 1, Andrew Langtop there. He was the guy that made the pancake block on the edge there, and I want to point out, nice job by the officials not to call penalty, because most Marion County officials, they are calling the penalty there.
Well, they would have found something to call for sure. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Flight. Nice gain there on the first offensive snap. Flight's going to fire it out into the flats. He's got Dudley. Dudley's got it wide open. He's got 10, 15. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Rattlers. Dudley with the score. Just like that, 2 plays in the Rattlers strike.
So that drive was ultimately capped off by 2 plays. They started from about the 35-yard line. 65-yard 2-play drive by the Bellevue Rattlers. Started with a Eugene Reed 35-yard run, and then a 30-yard reception touchdown by Amarian Dudley. And I will point out, that is now 8 touchdown catches on the season for Dudley.
Unbelievable.
And guess what? He is now moved into the record books.
Jackson Dennis with the extra point, 7-0.
Amarian Dudley has now moved into the record books at Bellevue High School.
Quit yelling, we can all hear you.
Where he's now 2nd all-time in season touchdown receptions, tied with no other than myself, John Ivory.
Woo! I was wondering when we would get to the John Ivory touchdowns, because that's what you spent your whole week doing, is researching that kid who has no idea who you are.
One more touchdown catch by Dudley, and he moves into 2nd. I get put down in the 3rd place. And he's now approaching to break the record set in 2016 by Dabari Jenkins, who I think had I want to say it was maybe 10 or 11 touchdowns.
Wow, impressive. I think we're all pretty excited
and I think Dudley's going to break it, because I've made it very clear to the coaching staff about the record, and he may break it tonight for all we know. Who knows?
That you wanted to keep it? Yeah.
Well, listen, my record was already broken a few years ago.
Yeah, once you're 2nd, who the heck cares?
Yeah, if you're not 1st, you're last, right?
Yeah, you just get into the Hall of Fame and let's move on. When do you nominate yourself for like the Ring of Honor or something? When do we get John Ivory night at Bellevue? That's really why you want me to do the games, because you're just using this as your format to talk about how great you were. I have had players reach out to me.
I'm a legend in my own mind.
This is a true story. I do have a guy who reaches out to me and say, hey, why am I not in the Ring of Honor at Forest High School? I'm like, I don't know, you weren't that good. AK Double Deuce with a nice pooch kick. It's picked up at the 15. And he's going to breaks a tackle, gets all the way to the 35. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Pirates.
Yeah, and that time he had the good pooch kick, unlike the last time. I think he kind of kicked it with the wrong foot.
No, he line drive to try to catch him.
I think the wrong part of his foot is what caused the line drive.
Oh, okay. You shanked it.
Yeah, but this time, hey, he had the nice pooch. But really, that one didn't necessarily get the height that we're used to seeing either.
No, not a good kick, but maybe he's saving it for next week.
Yeah, maybe they're
against the Knights.
Maybe they're sandbagging for
I don't think so. It's on film.
I did just hear, though, Vanguard is beating Lecanto in the first quarter, 16-0. 2 long touchdown throws and a safety, and the Lecanto running back was knocked out of the game first series. So Vanguard's rolling against Lecanto right now.
Well, and again, that's a common opponent, right? That's something we can compare to. Oh, so now this is a little different. Io's going to come underneath the center, and they're going to put Javion Jackson on the end. He gets it on the little sweep play. He's going to pick up 4. And it looks like Baker came down from the safety position and made the tackle.
Yeah, you know, Baker, he just has an eye for the ball. I mean, he knows exactly where to go. The one thing I've noticed about him as a player, he takes great pursuit angles. You know, and that's one thing I think a lot of guys in high school forget about. You can be the fastest guy in the world, but if you don't take good pursuit angles, you're not going to get there. I don't care. So he's a well-coached kid. He's got that logic, kind of that common sense of what to do. So he keeps making those great pursuit angles, and that's why he's always there to make the play.
Yeah, and it's a natural thing, right, Johnny? Yeah. I mean, it's hard to teach. All right, so there we go. We got Io. He's going to give it to the deep man who's hit in the backfield, stood up. That play's coming back. Or going even further back because I think there was a holding on the backside there. I think it's going to be first down and 15, second down and 15 for the Pirates.
Yeah, and that was looked like number 4, Trace Mims. He made a really, really nice tackle there for basically no gain. You know, but hey, Galen, if you're Coach Ackerman, do you maybe decline this?
No.
Now you're forcing. You decline this. You're forcing about a 3rd and 7.
No, because you got to remember they're running the wing tee.
Yeah.
And the wing tee doesn't get chunk yardage very often.
Yeah. But you're
believe in your defense. Yeah. I know you're giving them another yard, but you're taking 10 instead of a 7 or a 1 yard gain. They got a 10-yard, 11-yard loss. So you go with that. You push a veer team back, a wing tee, a running team back. Now they're behind the chains, they're behind the downs. Force them to throw. Io is now the quarterback. They're going to give it to the deep man. That's Ingles. He heads over the left side. It's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down now. And we're going to call that 19, Johnny.
Yeah, and that was number 12, Montavious Lightsley for the Bellevue Rattlers, who got in the backfield. He's a corner, and he's a guy that we haven't called his name very much at all so far this year. So I don't know if he's just getting some playing time in front of the guy who's the starter, or maybe they're running a different package. I don't know, but heck of a play by him there.
I used to know a Lightsey who played basketball here for Bellevue. Not sure if he's a dual sport star.
I wonder if he's related to the Lightsley that played at Westport.
Maybe. Can't be that many of them. I'm sure they're cousins, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he's related to Steve Rim.
We got, what, a 3rd and 17?
Yeah, so Iowa is still the quarterback. He's going to see Javian Johnson in motion, who heads over the right side. He needs a lot of help because there are 3 players there, and there's another holding call. Now, this one you decline,
decline, and I tell you what, the Bellevue Rattlers, that was just a great pursuit by the entire team, gang tackling them. The quarterback was getting nowhere on that run.
No, but that was led by Freitag. Freitag was there, and John once again makes fun of the official. And so it will be 4th down and 22.
No one was making fun.
Come on now.
Let's not go there. Nobody was making fun.
You saw the declining motion and started giggling.
Come on, no. I just didn't know what was going on. You're such a I can't even say it on the radio.
Come on, that was funny. All right, here we go. So they are going to bring in a punter now. It's Brandon Ingles, who is also the running back. Back deep is going to be Jackson Dennis. He's going to let it go, and it's picked up by Baker on a hop. Nice one-handed grab. He's at the 40, needs a block. He's got the sideline. He's over midfield, runs a dude over, gets to the 41-yard line. Good hard run turn there by Baker. It'll be 1st and 10. Good field position here on the second drive by the Rattlers. It's 7-0 here in the strike zone. 46 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, and I tell you, the Bellevue defense, the Bellevue team in general, they're jacked right now on the sideline because Baker, he ran that guy over. He ran him over. The whole Bellevue sideline's getting up. They're pumped. Maybe we see this defense kind of wake up a little bit for the Bellevue Rattlers after forcing a 3-and-out there. So I have no doubt that the offense is going to score here. So we don't got to worry about that.
All right, so Flight's going to drop back. He's under a little pressure, shakes him, rolls out. Now he shuffle passes to Reed. Reed's got 5-10, steps out of bounds. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds after a 7-yard gain. He wasn't tackled by anybody other than the sideline.
I tell you, and that was very kind of Patrick Mahomes-like, kind of backyard football.
Sure.
He's kind of scrambling, and he just kind of flips it to the open guy there and just Flythe being an athlete as usual. I will point out about the offensive line tonight. Coach Ackerman told me that one of the starters is out. It looks like it's Dylan Kennard. He's out sick tonight. And in his place is Hunter Root, a sophomore, making his first start.
Flythe's going to fire. He's got Dudley right at the 20. He's at the 10, and he's knocked out of bounds there. It'll be 1st and 10. Rattlers inside. See where they end up marking him down. They're going to mark him out at the 11. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 11. I thought Dudley was going to rise up on the charts after that catch. He was wide open.
As I was saying, Dylan Root, he's a sophomore making his first start on the offensive line for the Rattlers tonight with Kennard out. So let's look forward to seeing how he does there.
So Flythe going quick. He's going to give it to Reed. Reed heads over the left side. He's got a huge hole. He's going to get into the end zone easily thanks to the block there by the wide receiver Langtot, who just gave him a gateway. It was like, here's an open path and a red carpet. It is 13-0 here at your favorite coach, Brent Hall Field.
Well, and nice execution there by the offensive line for Bellevue, because what they actually did was they ran a trap to the left. That guard from the backside pulled, trapped that defensive end, and it was wide open there. I mean, Reed, I think he just walked in more or less. And my son here is asking if we could go get him some Kona ice.
Oh, is the Kona ice here?
He wants, yeah, he saw the Kona ice.
Oh boy, you're in trouble. And again, you know, and there's the extra point by Jackson Dennis is good.
We're gonna go get Kona ice.
And of course you are, John, because you're a genius and bring your 3-year-old to a football game with no supervision. All right, well, that'll give us a chance to step aside as John goes and buys everybody Kona ice. You are listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Locally owned and operated since 1957. We are The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
All right, welcome back to high school football right here on WOCA The Source. I'm Galen Unal. John Ivory is trying to be a dad while doing a broadcast game live. And it's not easy. I've been there, tried to do that, and I'm smarter than John. He should have learned last week. But there comes AK-22, sticks it away, he puts it into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. It'll be 1st and 20 for the Pirates here to end the first quarter. 23 seconds left. Should have 1 or 2 plays. But with the way this wing tee is run, probably 1 play from scrimmage for the Pirates. But right now it's been all Bellevue. The Pirates had a great opening drive. They moved the ball 50 yards well into the Bellevue Rattler territory. Got inside the 20. And then the Rattler defense just rose up and shut it down and got a turnover on downs and scored 2 plays later. And then they scored when they got the ball again 2 plays later. It's been an impressive performance by this defense, mostly impressive by that offense. All right, so here we go. Javion Johnson is back underneath the center. Now he's going to play the quarterback as Io is the deep man. They're going to give it to Io. He heads over the right side, gets a block, but that hole quickly closes. It'll be a gain of 3. And with this wing tee, it's really all you need are 3 or 4 yards per carry, and it just runs the clock. And that's going to end the first quarter here at Bellevue High School at Brent Hall Field. You are listening to high school football right here on WOCA The Source. Our score is 14-0 Rattlers.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
All right, welcome back to the Snake Pit here on homecoming night. Bellevue, Florida, Bellevue High School. the Pasco Pirates taking on the Bellevue Rattlers. And so far, it's been all Rattlers as they celebrate their homecoming. Great crowd here tonight, nearly full stands. Haven't seen the Snake Pit this full in quite some time. They've got a lot to be excited about with this football team coached by Brady Ackerman. And what a difference a year makes. Came here a year ago when Westport came in and played Bellevue, and there's no way you would have gotten this many people here then. But right now, everybody in Bellevue is really excited about this Rattler team and what Ackerman and the Air Raid have done. All right, so Javion Johnson's going to be the quarterback for the Pirates. This is his third possession of the game to start the second quarter. There's going to be an illegal procedure, and there's also going to probably be a personal foul against Freitag as he just made a pop after the whistle that didn't make a lot of sense. See if they call that. But it will be illegal procedure on the offense. That'll set up second down and about, we'll call it 13, just to start the second quarter. Again, gorgeous night here in Central Florida. Bellevue is really, I'm surprised they weren't looking ahead to that Vanguard game. That's anybody who plays Vanguard, it just sits out there, especially if you have a good football team that you're proud of. When you get Vanguard on the schedule, it just sits out there and you look at it because they're the team to beat in this area. All right, there's a handoff. It's dropped by the fullback, Io, but Johnson picks it up, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be third down, and, we're going to call that 13, but there is a flag that comes in flying in late. Let's see what that call is. I have a feeling it's holding. Personal foul, face mask against the Rattlers. That'll be a 15-yard penalty. That'll be close to the first down marker. It's not an automatic first down in the high school level. Let's see if that's enough because sometimes they don't count to 15, but so far this crew has been really solid. It will be 1st and 10. Ball's going to sit at the 33. 11:52 to go here in the first half. 14-0 is our score. You are listening to high school football right here on WOCA The Source. I'm Galen Unold. The troll, John Ivory, is trying to be a dad and a troll, and it's not easy. He's taking his son to go get Kona Ice. Johnson's going to hand it off to the wingback, number 44, the huge hit there on the side. He knocks a Rattler back. He'll pick up 4. It'll be second down and 6. I'll tell you what, number 44 is a load there, and that's Javon Janu, and Janu just took somebody and said, I'm going to go through you if I can't go around you, and he did. He's about 6'2", 210, big boy. All right, so the Ivories have their Kona Ice. I'm surprised he didn't bring back Doritos or something, so he can chomp them on the air because that's what he's known for.
We got Rob Jordan's up there calling us legends from the stand. 2nd and 6.
I am, according to him. I've dunked on him many times. And the quarterback, Johnson, steps away from the center and gets stepped on, and that'll be they'll lose 3 on they'll end up calling that a sack, but it was really just a trip over the guard that was pulling.
Yeah, he just tripped over his guard that was pulling there, and that's the unfortunate thing about running.
You are sweating. Did you run?
Well, I'm not sweating.
Oh no, you're sweating.
Well,
you're touching.
I'm breathing heavy.
Oh, you're sweating.
Well, no, because I had to carry him up and down the stands.
No, I get it. This is one of those stands. But again, you told me, I'm going to bring my son. He's going to be great. He wants to come in and listen. I got a headset for him. He took that off. His teacher is gone. Let's see how long he stays focused with a Kona Ice. And there's another illegal procedure. Actually, they're going to call timeout. Sideline infraction. They're going to give a sideline warning to a coach who's 35 yards off the ball. You got to love that call. So the play is blown dead. It'll be 3rd and 12, Johnny. 9:58 left to go in the half.
That falls on the head coach, Coach Ackerman. He's got a designated get-back coach, right?
The guy's 5, 10, 15. He's 30 yards down the field. I mean, that's a bad call. In the coach's defense, he just pointed at the ref and said, okay. You know, what are you going to do? All right, so Javion Johnson underneath the center. He's going to drop back. He's looking to pass under all kinds of pressure. He rolls out to his left, fires to his right. He's got a man wide open at the 45. He gets over midfield, breaks a tackle, and is brought down at the 46. Wow, is he wide open,
Yeah,
John?
well, that was the first pass attempt by Pasco all night. Bellevue probably not necessarily prepared for that. Very simple. The tight ends were running seam routes down the field. The wings just ran kind of. They weren't flats, but they were deep flats. They weren't outs. They were just kind of banana outs. They looked like maybe they're just bad route runners. I don't know, but he was wide open. Number 24 for Pasco, Ethan Humphries, and he's actually down with an injury right now after getting tackled there for a first down.
Yeah, so we're going to step aside. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Locally owned and operated since 1957. We are The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
All right, so the young Pasco wide receiver, number 24, Ethan Humphries, walks up on his own power, which is good to see. They took a shoe off. Maybe he just rolled an ankle, but hopefully that young man returns because he made one heck of a football play there, Johnny. He's a junior, 5'11". They list him at 165. There's no way that kid weighs 165.
No way.
But here we are. I've got a kid who's 6'7", who's 195, and he's a lot thicker than that dude. All right, 9:29 left to go here in the half. Pasco is moving the football again pretty effectively, Johnny, and let's see if the defense can make a play to keep that shutout in place.
Defense came to play last drive after struggling on the first drive and allowing 3 first downs. Last drive, 3 and out, but here is Pasco driving again, and they got a first down to get across midfield. So, Bellevue's defense, they need to become a little bit more consistent here if they want any chance of hanging with the Vanguard Knights next week.
That's absolutely correct. And so Johnson's going to be underneath the center. He's going to drop back to pass again. He's under pressure, but he breaks the pocket. He's got through. He's got 8. Now he's going to run to the sideline. He's going to be brought down right there, but a nice gain there on first down. And it'll be, we'll call that second down and 5 because he ran backwards. Ball's going to sit at the 41. And there is a timeout, another injury timeout. So, Johnny, that I step aside because I don't want parents yelling at me. But you're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
To move and you work hard. That's why you call 2 Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call 2 Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call 2 Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit 2meninatruck.com and get moving.
2 Men in a Truck.
Hey, man. Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
All right, welcome back to high school football here at Bellevue High School. And they're going to hand that off on 3rd and about 6, and there's going to be a loss of 5 on the play. Looked like the quarterback, Johnny, got hurt on that play.
Yeah.
And that's going to set up 3rd down and 6.
Well, and I tell you, this is not good for Pasco. I mean, they're already limited in depth as it is, and they've now had 2 injuries here in the first half. If this stays up, this could get really ugly for them. But hey, kudos to them. I was expecting a much bigger score than what we see right now with 8 minutes left in the first half. Bellevue only with a 14-0 lead.
They've only had the ball twice.
They've only had the ball twice because Pasco is there. They're chewing up this clock. And, that's what you have to do when you're more or less the inferior team. Chew up the clock. The clock is your friend.
Yeah, and again, they haven't snapped the ball since we started talking. But Io is going to be the quarterback, and that's a third and final timeout for the Pirates, Johnny. And we'll keep it right here. It's third down and 6 here. And if Johnson is not in the game, he's a real difference maker. He's got a little magic in his feet.
He does. And, Io, who's a tough runner, he doesn't necessarily have the elusiveness that Johnson has. So you're going to take that dynamic away if Johnson's not in the game. And you're probably going to see the Bellevue defense succeed a little bit more than what we've seen tonight, because they're going to know at that point, well, hey, we don't have to worry about the mobile quarterback anymore.
I mean, Io is a big dude. Ethan Io, he's listed at 5'10", 165.
He's a big dude, but he's also a north-south guy. And in this offense, if you're going to be a running quarterback, you better be able to go east and west a little bit.
Yeah, and you want your fullback or your tailback really to be able to do that dive, that Herschel Walker thing. So let's see what they do here. Third down, and we're going to call it 6. 7:42 left to go in the half. The Pirates trail by 14 here, but they got the football. They're moving from our right to our left. They are inside Bellevue territory for the second time tonight. Last time they got bogged down by penalties and sacks. So Io is underneath the center. They're going to fake it to him. He's going to do the end around. He's got a whole bunch of blockers in front of him. Makes one man miss. Brought down from behind. He's going to pick up 5. It'll set up fourth down, and they're going to only give him 3 on the play.
I tell you,
Io, fourth and 3.
Io was able to get a little bit more yards than that than I expected there.
Not a good spot. I thought he got a little more than that, but yeah.
And that was number 30 for the Bellevue Rattlers on the nice pursuit and tackle there, Tim Crawford. So we've called Crawford's name a couple times tonight. He's a guy that we haven't really called his name a bunch this year.
Yeah, so Johnson's going to come back in the game. Looks like he's going to play the quarterback position as they break the huddle. 7 minutes left to go in the half, and the clock grinds in this offense. Johnson's going to be underneath the center. The deep man is Io. Let's see if Ethan Io can get the 3 yards the Pirates need. Or if the Rattlers hold. There's a fumbled snap. Johnson's going to roll out. He's going to be sacked. And the ball's popped out. But a good Pirate. It wouldn't have mattered there because it is a turnover on downs. But that's going to be a 12-yard loss, Johnny. It'll be first and 10, Bellevue, right at the 50-yard line.
Nice read there by Daryl Miner on the quarterback keep there. Number 9 for the Rattlers, Daryl Miner. He tackled for a loss, but not only that, he actually strips the ball from the quarterback, causes a fumble. I thought for a second Bellevue was going to pick that up for a touchdown on defense, but Pasco, fortunately for them, they fell on it right on the 50, so Bellevue's going to start from midfield here. So let's see if this offense does not slow down.
Well, again, they've only had 4 plays from scrimmage, has the offense. Flight's going to drop back. He's looking deep. He's got time. He's got a man open. Jackson Dennis just couldn't bring it down. Flag on the play, and it looked like there was a motion there, or you know what that is? It's an illegal man downfield, number 54, I believe.
Okay.
Yep, that's what it is. Number 54, I'm not sure where he was going, but he just started running downfield. Can't do that.
That's the offensive lineman, Jeff Bird. But, hey, nice play call there by Coach Ackerman. Just a simple smash route concept. Jackson Dennis on the 5-yard stop. The inside slot man, Amarian Dudley, running the corner route. Quite frankly, he had both guys open. He could have threw it to either guy there, but Jackson Dennis was the obvious wide open player. Unfortunately, dropped it in his hands there.
Ackerman's not happy about something. They're going to run 3 wideouts to the bottom, 1 to the top. Reed is the running back. Flight's going to drop back. He's looking to his right. Now he's under pressure. Rolls out. Still eyes downfield. Now he's going to tuck it. He's got the first down and maybe a yard or 2 more. That'll be an easy first and 10.
Coach Ackerman ran the same exact play there, and Flythe scrambles. And just a little tidbit, too. Remember last week, Flythe, he was slowing down and stopping, and talked to Coach Ackerman about that. He said that he was doing that because he didn't want to stop the drive. He wanted to get more plays.
They're going to hand this off to Reed. Reed's got 10. He's got 15. He's got 20. He's inside the 5, and he's brought down at about the 2-yard line. And it'll be first and goal. Don't move the camera while we're talking, Johnny, or all you hear is static. It'll be first and goal with 5:58 left to go. You have to do it in between talking.
There you go, okay.
You're not a cameraman.
Well, big run there by Reed. That looked like that was about a 36, 37-yard run by Reed. So he's got quite a bit of rushing yards here tonight. But like I was talking about Flythe with Coach Ackerman, why Flythe, he was stopping and kind of jogging during the plays last week. He told Coach Ackerman it was because he wanted to extend the drive and get more reps in for the other guys and everything. So Coach Ackerman said, well, why wouldn't you just slide then? And he said, well, I don't know how to slide. So believe it or not, this week during practice, former quarterback Coach Pitts, who's up here in the booth, he was actually teaching Flythe how to slide all week.
Kid never played baseball?
No, that's what Coach Ackerman said. He said the kid never played baseball. She doesn't know how to slide.
That's unbelievable.
And they never taught him how to slide at Lake Weir.
Why would you?
Why would you teach anything at Lake Weir?
Yeah, just run for your life. Good luck, son. Go get him.
First and goal.
All right, so Flight's going to be in shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 1 to the top. Reed is standing to his right. Ball sits at the 2. They're going to give it to Reed. He heads over the left side. Nope, Flythe keeps it, and the ball pops out. Bad exchange there, and it'll be, he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, just a bad exchange attempt there. Luckily, Flythe, once again, Flythe being the backyard athlete that we know, was able to pick that thing up. And fortunately for the Rattlers, it was not a disaster.
Yeah, so the clock will grind here at 5:30 left to go. Flythe in shotgun. Reed's now to his right. They're going to give it to him again. He heads right up the middle. He's got a huge hole. Easy touchdown there for the Rattlers. It's 20-0 here inside the strike zone with 5:25 left to go in the half.
And that's now 2 touchdowns on the night for the running back, Eugene Reed.
Easy touchdown there.
Easy. He walked in again.
Oh, boy.
Hey, both touchdowns, he has now walked in. So, fortunately, it looks good in the stat line, but I don't think that's necessarily a play you put on the highlight tape, right?
No, not at all. I mean, it's not nothing unless you're the center, I guess. But
yeah, right.
AK Double Deuce is going to come in for the kick. Oh, I'm sorry, that is AK Double Deuce. Beautiful kick. And goes all the way out to the paramedic truck. Beautiful kick there. It's 21-0. And again, Johnny, the one thing, if there is a huge advantage for the Rattlers next week against the Knights, it's that they have a kicker.
And that's something that Vanguard has kind of struggled with through the years, is their kicking game, it seems like.
Yeah, they've had a couple of guys on and off, but again, if
but
you're
it's
going
not
to go
even so
deep,
much.
you got to have trust in it.
Well, it's not even so much the kicker itself that Vanguard, I think, has struggled with, but it's the snap and the hold. It's the blocking on special teams. It seems like Vanguard has kind of struggled a lot with that over the years. And I don't know who the special teams coordinator is over there, but it seems like that's something they've struggled with a lot over. I mean, I've been watching it since the days when Cozy Perry was quarterback. They struggled with it back then.
Yeah, and again, I mean, I covered that team for 3 years, and that it cost them games.
It cost them the game against Gainesville.
Sure did. So, well, let's see what we got tonight. It's 21-0 with 5:25 left to go here in the first half. AK is going to do the little pooch kick. Let's see what he's got inside him.
AK 22.
If he's never been called that, then his friends, he needs new ones.
He needs new friends.
If I'm serious, if nobody's ever called him AK Double Deuce, this dude's got a chicken. Is that a duck?
It's a duck.
What in the world
we
is
have
he
a
doing
student
with
a duck in the stands. That's Bellevue for you.
Yeah, man, he's got to show it to Mr. Jordan because Mr. Jordan needs a duck. All right, and so there's the run back by Matos. He's up the middle. He's got one man to beat, and that's AK Double Deuce. Can AK Double Deuce catch him? No. Touchdown, Pirates, 21-6. That's the first touchdown of the year for the Pirates, and there goes the shutout, Johnny.
I tell you, Matos had some speed there.
Woo, he turned the corner and turned it on.
What happened ultimately was, the pooch kick went to our sideline, and he cut it across the field to where there wasn't any necessarily coverage. And that is, I guess, the weak part of this special teams concept that the Bellevue Rattlers have going on. They do the pooch kick, and you're teaching the kickoff team, you're only going to cover 2/3 of the field. You're going to leave the other third open, but you got to hope that guy does not get to that other third. And he got to that next level, and he took off like a lightning bolt.
All right, so here we go, and it looks like Ingles is going to come in for the extra point. Try to make it 7. Right now it's 21-6, Pirates. Good snap, good hold. The kick is blocked. Everything worked except for the offensive line, and it's 21-6. 5:09 left to go here in the half, Johnny.
And that was the big man, number 65, Michael Miner. Big defensive tackle, came right through the center there and got a hand on it.
Well, that is rough right there for that's the kind of play on film that Vanguard's going to look at, and Vanguard's got like 5 or 6 dudes who can do that.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Yeah, they got probably more than 5 or 6 dudes that could do that.
I was being nice.
You were being nice.
Only 5 or 6 who get the opportunity.
Unfortunately, like you said, yeah, that's going to be something that Vanguard sees on film, and they're going to say, okay, that's how we expose the pooch kick. We got to get to that third that they're not covering on the other side of the field.
Yeah, you put the ball in a guy like Elijah Hopkins, or they got some dogs. And again, points is, let's see if that changes tonight. We'll talk about that post game. But right now, Bellevue's still in for a fight, 21-6. 5:09 left to go. Pasco scores their first touchdown of the season. They got a little fire going on them, even though there are no fans, really. There's 27 kids, and there's 50 parents.
That's right.
So do the math.
Well, maybe Bellevue themselves can answer back with a kick return for a touchdown.
Maybe
what
back
do you think?
deep is going to be, I think that's, is that Lancott?
No, that's Swander. Swander, whose name we have not called at all tonight.
He's only run 7, 8 offensive plays.
And Swander, he's a transfer from the Villages.
That's correct. All right, and there's the kick. Oh, it's an end-over-end bouncy thing, but it's going to be offsides.
Offsides,
boy, because I'll tell you what,
Pasco.
that was trouble. That landed in no man's land at about the 30, but it was offsides against the kicking team. Why would you move it there? I was going to get it to where the ball's going.
Well, I'm getting the kickoff in the shot.
Yeah, but I was getting it where it was going.
I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to move it. I'm going to have to remove you from camera duty. Because it was perfect.
That almost looks like that might be LaRocco on the side. It looks like a bigger version of LaRocco, the sideline.
What do you mean by bigger?
Well, it's just the guy looks a little bit bigger than LaRocco.
Fatter?
Yeah, wider.
Oh, okay.
Wider.
All right, wider? In the wrong way? Did your son just take off? All right. All right, so here we go. He's going to try to kick it again, is Ingles. And again, back deep is Swander. 5:09 left to go here in the half. I know. You've already done 1, 2, might as well do 1 again. And there's another pooch kick. This ball's going to be fielded on a hop. Right at the 30, he's trying to get a block. He's got the edge. He's knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Good hit there. Nice pop by both players. And Lancott on the run. He liked that. He likes a little contact, does Lancott. 21-6, and you could hear that pop from up here. This is Little Ivory's 4th trip to the restroom. Just still early in the game, too. It's going to be a long night to bring a... No, who brings a 3-year-old to a football game while you're doing a broadcast? He is rethinking his life right now. All right, 1st and 10. Ball's going to sit at the 45 for Flythe. He's got 2 men at the top, 2 men at the bottom. He's going to drop back. He's looking to his left. He's got all kinds of time now. He's going to roll out to his left, fires, and it's dropped by Dudley. Great throw there by Flythe. Dudley just couldn't hold on to it. That would have been a 15-yard gain. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10 with 4:53 left to go. Clock stops. And again, not a lot of offensive plays so far for Bellevue. They've made some big chunk plays. Reed has scored twice, and Dudley's got a catch for a touchdown. New running back in there for Bellevue. Flight's going to drop back. He's going to look. He's under pressure, fires. Nope, now he's going to keep it. He pump fakes. He's got 10. He's got 15. He's got 20. He's got 25. He's got 30. He's inside the 20-yard line where he's brought down. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bellevue Rattlers from the 20. Huge gain there by the junior, Ernest Flythe. Nice play there. He didn't see anything that he liked, had a little pressure in front of him and just decided to keep it. Harold is the running back as the air raid's going to go a little quicker. Flight gives it to him, but there's a fumble, and it's going to be recovered by the Pirates. Big problem there on the exchange. Harold just couldn't hold on to it. It'll be 1st and 10, Pirates going in the opposite direction. They're going to recover right there at the 15-yard line. 4:18 left to go in the half. 21-6 is our score. Flythe and Harold just couldn't figure out and didn't ever get into the breadbasket, it looked like, and Harold turned that ball over. And so now the Pirates, after scoring on a kick return, get to come back out on offense. They've been good in spots, and then they've made some mental mistakes that have backed them up and gotten them behind the chains. We'll see if they can get the ball into number 1's hands. He's the one with a big kickoff return. Matos, he's going to set up in that wing, in the wing 10. The deep guy is Redfield. They're going to fake it to Redfield. Now, Johnson rolls back. He's under all kinds of pressure, and he's going to be sacked by Freitag. That'll be a loss of 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 19 for the Pirates. Johnson was running for his life, but Freitag was able to wrangle him for a huge loss. And again, with this type of offense, and get behind the chains, you can get in all kinds of trouble. And so Bellevue's going to call a timeout to kind of reserve the clock. And what we're going to do is we're going to step aside. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Locally owned and operated since 1957. We are The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
To high school football right here on WOCA The Source. I'm Galen Unold. Johnny's back from the bathroom. That was just a number 1. We got the number 2 done earlier. And if you're keeping score at home, that is 4 potty breaks so far for the Young Ivory. What's the over-under on potty breaks tonight, Johnny?
I'm going to go with at least 3 more, so I'm setting it at 7.
Well, we'll take a long break at halftime, so you should probably take them then because you've only walked up and down the steps 7 times.
I'm getting my steps in.
Absolutely.
Burning calories.
All right, so Johnson's going to be in shotgun. Underneath the center on the 2nd down and 19. Don't knock over the table. He fires one deep, and that's going to be incomplete. Luckily falls out of bounds because you have no slack over there, John.
And nice pressure there by number 44, Nick Dodato, the defensive lineman, on the quarterback hurry there. He's really the one who broke up that pass play.
And it'll be 3rd down and forever now for this Pirates offense. They take their time. The clock does stop, so Brady can save his remaining timeout to use on offense. With 3:41, Johnny, I'm sure he just wants to get some more offensive reps.
That he does. I can tell you this. I know Coach Ackerman's probably going to go into halftime pretty upset with his team. But hey, I think this could be a little bit of a result of Bellevue more or less looking forward to next week against Vanguard and taking this team for granted.
Could be. Johnson's going to keep it himself. He rolls out to his right, tries to break his tackle, and he is hit hard. It'll be a gain of 3. That'll set up 4th down and forever. And the Pirates are going to have to punt. And now Bellevue takes a timeout, Johnny.
Yeah.
3:34 left to go in the game.
Yeah, King Hubbard on the big tackle there for Bellevue Rattlers to force the 4th down punt. I mean, he hit him hard for a tackle for a loss.
Come back and support our coaching staff.
Right, and again, it's a good solid defensive stop there for McFadden and his boys. And that's exactly what the defense needed. To get that offense the ball back really quick after the turnover. They got a 3 and out. Let's see what they can do with this punt, John. Not sure what the Pirates can do from the punter. Ingalls got his only kick blocked. So He's going to be kicking this from, I think at the heels of his own goal line.
Well, let's see here. From the 10.
The ball is marked at the 10, but the yard mark is all the way at the 6.
Yeah,
so I'm a little confused.
I'm a little confused too. The yard marker is at the 6. Oh, now he's telling them you got to move.
Hey, that's a father doing what a father has to do.
That's a Bellevue dad doing the markers, and he's saying no. The ball should be back here.
Because he probably did the math in his head, and that way we'd have to be at like the end line. But as it is, Ingles is going to stay about 1 foot inside his own end zone. And that coach is probably giving the official an earful when you're wrong, man. He's 5 yards back. Right now, the Pirates only have 10 on the punt team. And now they got a late runner coming on. Back deep is going to be Baker and Dennis, who's got his names mixed up there. Ingles, good snap, gets it off. No, he's under all kinds of pressure, rolls out. Now he does a little rugby kick. Dennis has got it at the 40 and stumbles over his own big feet. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bellevue at the 39. He had the edge there,
I tell you, if Dennis does not trip there, all he's got to do is beat one man, and he's off for the touchdown. There was a ton of green grass and no one in the way.
Pretty athletic play there by Ingles. Somebody was coming just scot-free and would have eaten that up, but instead Ingles kind of juked him, ran over 2 steps, and just rugby kicked that.
Well, now Bellevue, they're going to start from the Pasco 39.
Yes,
so
sir.
They're going to start with some nice field position here.
2 wideouts each way. Different running back, third running back of the night. Nope, I'm sorry, that is Reed. Ingles is going to fire. There is a holding call. Flight's hit from behind, fires. Lucky to throw that away. Smart play by Ingles as he got rid of that, but it won't be a 10-yard penalty. I'll tell you what, Ingles was in there scot-free and just got mugged. And that's going to be a spot foul, Johnny.
Yeah, so
that'll
now
be a 16-yard penalty.
I tell you, this spot foul is killer
you're on
in high
board
school
now?
football.
You're on board now?
I've always been on board. And I tell you, that was actually a penalty on their right tackle, Ethan Dodsworth, and he's a guy that they really like. Only a sophomore, big 6'4", 275-pound kid. The offensive line coach, Ben Jones, he speaks volumes about him.
Ball goes back to the 45 on the Bellevue side. They're going to give it to Reed. Reed's got all kinds of grass. He's over midfield. He's got 10. He's got 20. Can he get into the end zone? One man to beat, and Matos drops him right about the 13-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Bellevue from the 13. Now Johnny's answering the phone. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 10. Or from the 13, 3:06 left to go. He's 3, Johnny. It's 8:30. He should be in bed. All right, anybody who's listening on the chat's got a score update for that Red Sox game. I'd love to hear it. Flights in shotgun, 3 wideouts to the bottom. He drops back. He's under all kinds of pressure. He rolls out to his right. He's going to try to tuck it. He's got back to the line of scrimmage and is brought down from behind. But he does pick up 3. They're going to call it 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Ball's going to be marked right at the 10-yard line. 2:36 left to go in this game. 21-6 is our score. Bellevue's knocking on the door, trying to score again to end the half. Only the 5th possession of the game for the Rattlers. They fumbled on their last one.
I just gave my son my phone, YouTube. He's watching Paw Patrol, so maybe that keeps him.
They're going to give it to Reed right up the middle. He breaks a tackle. He gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Eugene Reed.
That is now 3 touchdowns on the night for Eugene Reed, and he just walks in easily again. So
27-6 for the Rattlers. Nice play there by the offensive line. And they redeemed themselves after the holding call with 2 huge holes for the running back.
So what do you think here going forward rest of the half? Because Bellevue still has 2 timeouts left.
No, they've got 1 timeout.
1 timeout? Okay, as I say, they may try to call a couple timeouts and try to get the ball back for another quick score before the half.
Yeah, Jackson Dennis is going to be the holder. AK Double Deuce is the bad snap. Good hold there by Dennis.
I don't like AK Double Deuce. AK 22 sounds way better.
I just like Double Deuce. You can call him 22. I'll call him Double Deuce.
AK 22 sounds way better.
All right. We need to sign him to a licensing agreement. He's got a big foot. I think he's good from 40. And again, in a battle, that can mean everything, especially in the playoffs.
It could come down to the game next week against Vanguard, even though you have a 14-point spread for some reason.
I still do. I don't know.
And you're taking the under.
I am taking the under that you set at 44. I'm taking the under.
No, I set it at 38.
I'm taking the under. Taking the under. All right, so AK-22 is going to be doing the kickoff, and he is borderline automatic, people, for his extra points. He and Jackson Dennis kind of rotate. Again, you're putting it in the wrong spot.
Well, I tell you, Jackson Dennis, he's a heck of a placeholder, too. You can't underestimate that part of the kicking game either.
And they rotate, so when Jackson Dennis is the extra point, AK-22 is the holder. We refuse to say his whole name on this broadcast. When you've got a nickname like AK-22, that's what you go by.
Yeah, and his real name's Aiden Karsmarski.
Doesn't matter, we don't say that.
Well, it's his last name's very tough to pronounce.
That's a good kick. That's going to be caught at the 7. He's going to bring it back. He's trying to get a block all the way across the field. He gets to the 12, dances, prances, and then he's met by the entire Rattler team.
Well, here's something that AK-22 did this time, and this was probably Coach Ackerman telling him, I know that we typically kick it to this sideline over here, but that's where our boy Matos was, who ran the last one back. So they kicked it to the other kick returner on the opposite side.
Eldrick Williams on the return.
And then Nicholas Torres, I thought it was.
Oh,
number
there
10.
you go then.
Yeah, Nicholas Torres was on the return there.
Making up a name.
But, hey, they kicked it away from the athlete. So, once again, good coaching by Coach Ackerman, because I tell you, there's a lot of coaches around here that would have just said, yeah, kick it to him again.
Right, it's true. All right, so now we've got Io back underneath the center in that wing tee. The deep man is going to be Redfield. Io's hands it to Redfield. Redfield puts his head down, picks up 4. And I think if I'm the Pirates, I just kind of grind this clock down, right, Johnny?
Yeah, you're trying to get into halftime here. You don't want the Bellevue Rattlers to get the ball again, because if they do get the ball, they're probably going to score. I mean, the offense is literally scoring at will right now.
So as a coach, do you wear cleats?
Heck no.
Just saying.
Well, we got coaches wearing cleats?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, what do you, really? Like, at any point in time when I was a coach, it's like wearing, when you see a coach wearing high tops as at the basketball. I'm like, really? All right, here we go. 2nd down and 7. Once had a guy coaching a 3-piece suit at an AAU game at the Iceplex in Jacksonville.
Oh, gosh.
Ios looks a little confused. Busted play. He's going to be brought down behind 5. Your man, Freitag.
Yeah, Freitag.
You got to get him an ivory of some kind.
Hey, well, I told you, he's in the Tough Man Award category. He's in there with TJ Jingazong and our boy Anders from Springstead.
Yeah, pretty impressive. And so Bellevue calls their last time out on this 3rd and 8.
Maybe more of a Mr. Dependable award.
He just makes plays from that
Mr. Consistent.
He plays that defensive tackle position. Sometimes he plays outside.
He's really more of a defensive end, but he's playing in the 3 technique.
Is that what it is?
Which is why you think he's playing defensive tackle, but he's a defensive end in the 3 technique, kind of like a Reggie White.
But they sometimes have a 5-man front, and he plays on that inside.
Yeah.
He plays over the guard more than he plays over the tackle.
Well, he's kind of more in that C gap is what he's doing.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, and I'd be curious as to what Brady calls him.
Well, and you got to keep in mind too, you're also playing against a double tight formation.
Yeah, because like right now they're in a 3-4.
Yeah.
Right, so he's playing inside the tackle.
Yeah, that's a 3 technique.
Right, so I would call that a tackle and not an end. All right. So now he's going to line up. Oh, now he's going to line up over the defensive end. Let's see if he gets a good edge rush.
He's in a 5 now.
Yep, he sure is. So they're going to give it to Io. Io gives it to the deep man. That's Redfield. He breaks 1 tackle. Takes the entire Rattler team to bring him down. No, they don't. The fumble.
Oh, wow.
There's a strip.
He just took that right out of his hands. That was number 40 for the Bellevue Rattlers. Cedarius Stafford, that's a guy, he's a freshman. We have not called his name all year long, so that's a freshman making a huge play with 55 seconds left in the half to give the Bellevue Rattlers the ball just outside the 20-yard line. So they may get another touchdown here before the half to extend the lead even further.
No timeouts for the Rattlers. Again, they lead 28-6 here. Big play by the freshman. Just yanked it out of Redfield's hands in the scrum. Ball's going to sit at the 22. Flight drops back. He's going to look. He fires to the left side. He's got a man. Oh, that Lancott or was that Dudley?
That was Lancott. So just a simple fade route to the wide side of the field. One-on-one coverage, not a safety in sight. Flight just kind of overthrew him a little bit, but you got to credit the corner there, number 10, Matos. Not Matos, number 10, Nicholas Torres. Good coverage there by the corner by Pasco.
Yeah, so that'll set up second down at 10, 49 seconds left to go. Reed is to Flight's right, 2 wideouts each way. Flight drops back, he fires over the middle. He's got Dudley who tries to stay in bounds. He does, tries to break a tackle. He's got a first down. It'll be marked down right at the 10. It'll be first and goal from there.
Yeah, just a little whip route that looked like is what Dudley did. He went inside, came back outside. But the one thing Dudley's got to do a little bit better there is getting out of bounds right away. He tried getting a little.
Well, the clock stops on the first down in high school.
But even still, it would have reset, and they got no timeouts left. You had the opportunity to get out of bounds right away. He really wasn't getting anywhere. So
I think he thought he could score. Yeah. Flight is going to be in shotgun. He's going to look. Fires into the end zone, and it's dropped. Oh, he had a man hit him right in the shoulder pads.
Yeah, thrown a little bit behind him.
Oh, you got to catch that.
He hit the back shoulder to Lanctot, but yeah, you are right. Lanctot does need to come up with that for a touchdown.
You got to catch that. He also had Jackson Dennis wide open, and he also had Swander short. He had 3 options there.
Yeah, Jackson was open in the flat. Unfortunately for Flythe, I've kind of noticed a little bit tonight. He's had some guys open, has not seen them. I think he's predetermining where he's going before the snap.
All right, and now he's going to pump fake to the right. He's rolling out, pointing, giving directions, fires it up for Dudley, and who catches it? Are they going to say he's in? No, they're going to say he's out of bounds.
Oh, wow, what a catch. I don't know, Galen. He looked like he was in to me.
Of course he does. You could have been 1,000 yards. Like, no, he was in.
Listen, he did a nice job of dragging those feet there.
Well, he tried. It impossible to tell from our vantage point, Johnny.
Yeah.
25 seconds left, third and 10.
You give it to him on effort, right?
Third and goal from the 10. No. Third and goal from the 10. 3 wideouts to the top, 1 to the bottom. Flight looks to the top. He's going to fire into the end zone, and it's way out of bounds. Not a good throw at all there.
Yeah.
Looking for Dudley. Just nothing there. Now they're going to get a kick from a.k.a. 22.
The Rattlers had a trips left look there to the wide side of the field. You had a double slant coming inside. Dudley coming around on the wheel route behind both of them. And, yeah, Flight just overthrew him a little bit too much there. So, unfortunately, they had some opportunities to score, but, Flight just kind of made a bad read there on a couple things.
Well, he hit Lancott's got to catch that ball. It hit him right dead in the shoulder pad. Again, those are the kind of they have to execute next week. That's
exactly.
For sure.
When you catch big breaks like that right before the half, a big fumble, you have to execute like that if you want to beat Vanguard.
22-yard field goal is wide, good, no good, wide right. Thought it was wide right. Just he was on the near hash, and that's pretty much where the ball ended up.
Yeah, he hit it nicely. Nice kick, good distance.
He's got to square his shoulders.
Yeah, he just went a little bit wide right.
Didn't do a good job of squaring his shoulders to the target. He squared his shoulder to the ball, but not to the actual field goal post.
Yeah, right now I'm seeing a Rattler team that's missing out on some opportunities. Like we keep talking about, you need to execute on those opportunities if you want to beat a team like the Vanguard Knights.
It will be 1st and 10 for the Pirates, pretty much where they turn the ball over, right at the 20-yard line. Ball comes out to the 20 after the kick. So Io is going to be the quarterback. I feel like I have some feedback in my headset. It sounds weird. All right. All right, here we go. And that is the end of the half as they come in and take a step onto the, just kneel it down. So at the half, Johnny, 28-6. You are listening to high school football right here on WOCA The Source. We'll be back right after this.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new
trunk.
trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
If you thought there was no tree store in Ocala, then think again. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens has been Ocala's official tree store for well over 50 years. At any given time, Bob has more quality trees, dozens of varieties, including shade trees, palm trees, and citrus trees than anyone in Marion County. You always get lowest prices and guarantee, plus every day you buy one tree, you get a second one for half price. That means you can buy a 4 to 6 foot tree for as little as $49.99 and get another one just like it for only $25. Hundreds of types and sizes are available. You can get delivered, planted, and guaranteed. So think about trees. Think about Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, away from all the traffic. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, Ocala's Tree Place since 1952.
When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Welcome back to high school football right here on WOCA The Source. I'm Galen Unol, joined by my sidekick and dad of the year, John Ivory.
That's right.
At the half, we're going to charge my phone so we can go the distance.
Yeah, so if you guys don't see a picture right now and you just hear us, that is why. The phone is charging on a wireless Bluetooth thing, so don't be alarmed that you don't see any video. It's halftime right now, and they have homecoming going on. So they got the dads walking the daughters down, and we want to make some bets on who's going to win here.
No, I have no idea who's going to win.
I'm actually gonna make a call here. Who wins? It's gonna be the girl in the red dress. Her last name is Colette. She's I believe she's a cheerleader, but she's also like a state champion weightlifter. But her brothers both played here. They were heck of a football players. So I'm going to go with her.
All right.
Colette girl.
Sounds good.
Red dress. She wins.
All right.
Calling it.
So,
as we all know, it's a popularity contest, and I think she's pretty popular.
Well, you know, it's funny at Vanguard. I asked my son, I'm like, are you going to run for homecoming? He goes, no. So who wins? It's always kind of funny when they win at Vanguard.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
but here we are at halftime. The Rattlers lead 28-6, Johnny. But you seem to think that Ackerman's not going to be happy with this performance.
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, first of all, there should be a shutout right now. They gave up a kick return for a touchdown. Pasco has had some glimpses of being very effective, moving the ball down the field, shoot up a lot of clock, and the Bellevue offense is not necessarily executing on a couple times where they could have. So, game, quite frankly, should be 42-0 going into.
Daughter, if your daughter's in the homecoming court, don't you got to go full suit?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, you can't just wear a button down and
No,
think that that's
you can't
okay.
wear. No. We got one dad out here, not in the
gotta,
suit.
And I'm talking.
No, he doesn't even have a tie on.
That's what I'm saying.
It'd be one thing if you had a tie on with no jacket, or a jacket with no tie.
No, that wouldn't be okay either.
Yeah.
You're a professional. If you came to work like that, you probably would. For at least me.
They've actually gotten a little bit lax lately because of the COVID stuff.
Well, that's
there's
unfortunate.
not many people.
You should dress like a professional.
Well, I tell you, it's tough in Florida when you got the hot,
Dress like a professional. It's October.
Listen, if I have a big meeting or I'm hosting a seminar, I'm wearing
You're
a suit.
darn right. I rocked a vest this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm meeting the governor. I can't be outdressed by the governor. He's rocking a tie. You gotta exemplify.
Well, here's another father not in a suit.
You can't win. I think you should automatically be
disqualified.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Let's see if the daughter of the underdressed father
and
wins.
I think you should match. Right?
I would agree with that. I know. If it was my wife, she would tell me,
You're darn right.
You need to match our daughter.
And I'm talking the corsage has got. You're going to be rocking the whole thing.
Well,
Let's go.
my wife already tries to get me to match her when we go out.
You're darn right. Whether you do or not. I've been married a long time. My wife, everything we buy now kind of looks exactly the same. So it's true. You just cave, man. You'll figure it out.
I don't know. I think the girl in the blue dress that's already out here, the blonde,
they match.
She might have a chance. That father-daughter's looking pretty good right now. That's a sharp-looking father-daughter right there. They got a chance.
The dude just bought the suit. It doesn't fit real well, and that's the other thing. This is a lifetime moment.
You can go get it custom suit.
I don't know about a custom suit.
All my suits are custom.
Well, you're big time, Raymond James.
I haven't got my name inside the jacket, and
I've done that. Yeah.
Specially tailored for John R. Ivory Jr.
Then my kids started going to college. I can't afford it. But do we have a sponsor this week, Johnny?
Well,
maybe it should be a tailor.
Well, a little bit of a spin on our sponsor this week.
Okay.
The NFHS, National Federation of High School Sports or Network.
Did I set you up for that?
Whatever they are, they decided they want to sponsor us because they said, you know what, guys? Even though we have this great contract with the FHS, all he's got is the jacket, no tie, different color pants. He's got looks like a great jacket.
T-shirt underneath?
T-shirt underneath, the gray shirt with the black pants. Yeah, not a good look.
And again, I mean, we're here to judge a football game, but as Johnny and I know, we critique everybody and everything.
Everything.
You should see how we act off the air. It's no different. We just use different language. Now, again, a big moment, and all of these young ladies should be very proud of themselves, and it's pretty cool. It's always awesome to hear what schools are going to go to, and a couple of them said Miami, and I'm like, you haven't looked at the tuition.
Yeah.
My son got accepted to Miami and got a scholarship, and I said, son, you can go to Florida State where they'll pay you to go there, or you can go to Miami where they're going to give you the same amount of money, but it's not the same value.
My parents know very well about that because, as you know, my brother played football at University of Miami, where he started off as a walk-on. He did eventually earn a scholarship, but boy, my dad...
And everything's so crowded.
Yeah.
I love the wide open spaces. And Florida State with their fountains is incredible, but it's not as nice as
Well, the one thing Miami needs to do, though, they need to get a stadium closer to campus. I really think that's one of the things that's missing.
Where would you put it, though?
I've heard some rumors about
what are you going to do, move the entire city?
Well, no, I heard it was like Tropical Park or something. Wasn't it? Was a spot that they were considering where they could do it at?
So much room. They need like 60 acres or 100 acres.
They could find it.
By the way, the Formula One race down there.
They're just going to have to pay an arm and a leg to do it.
Can you get me tickets to the Formula One race?
I have no connection on Formula One tickets.
I thought you were the man.
No.
I love Formula One. It's the best sport out there. All right, then I'm going to give this daughter purple dress. He went ahead with a purple tie with a gray suit. Looking good. Solid A right there. We got an A plus and another A out there, but the red, I forgot her name.
Colette.
Beautiful. Perfect look with their two brothers side to side.
And this one
standing
here
at the 40.
So this is last year's homecoming queen walking down with Principal Heather Guest right now.
All right. By the way, hats off to Heather Guest for allowing Coach Small to go do what he needs to do to get this athletic program turned around.
100%.
Great hire with a football coach. We'll see what this new basketball coach is all about. But if they can get those two coaches working in concert, Bellevue will be a threat.
Coach Ackerman has already spoken volumes about this new basketball coach. He loves him, and he said great things about him. I think there's some other coaches here at the school that he may butt heads with a little bit, but he said this basketball coach, he gets it. So when you have the basketball coach and the football coach on the same page, that's a recipe for success.
Absolutely, and it looks like your choice is the winner.
Colette wins.
Hey, the two brothers pulled it off for her. I think in the judges' eyes, they saw them come out. First of all, they outnumbered them, right? So 2-1 as she walks to the 50 to pick up her rose and her crown. A lot of pride in the Colquitt family today. And as a
Colette,
brother,
not
Colette, my bad. But the brothers, they can, I'm sure they've been giving her a hard time for years. But tonight, they're very proud brothers right there.
And we have a homecoming king out here who got crowned last night at the Rattler Rage homecoming event. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so that's how they do it at Bellevue High School. They don't do the homecoming king at
Correct.
halftime.
They do that at most schools.
They do it at the night before at the Rattler Rage pep rally thing.
It's usually from Vanguard, it's usually a cheerleader.
Well, and I think they do that by design because a lot of times on the homecoming court they do have football players for homecoming king. So
sure.
They don't, they don't want it to interfere with the kids going to halftime.
Really happy right now. But
funny story. So
but her brothers are eyeballing him.
Funny story. When we were at halftime, my senior year at Bellevue High School, homecoming game, we're playing Leesburg. We're beating the crap out of them. I mean, it's not even close. And we're in there in halftime, and one of the players on the football team, offensive lineman Jeff Whitaker, he was the homecoming king who got crowned the night before. And we're all wondering, we had those little windows right there? We had those little windows open because we're trying to figure out who's going to win homecoming queen. And there's some guys on the team getting pissed. You need to focus, this and that. And I'm like, listen, if I'm Jeff, I'm wondering who I'm dancing with tomorrow night at the dance. And Jeff's like, yeah. So finally, I forget who the girl was, but good-looking girl. And
apparently not that good looking. Johnny didn't know her.
Well, no one knew who she was really, but one of the guys on the team says, "Oh yeah, Jeff, you'll be straight. She's good. She got a little bit of a butter on her.
Oh
You're good.
gosh, that's awesome. High school, man, high school. Well, again, so the crown has been passed here at Bellevue High School to Johnny's odds-on favorite, and what we're going to do is we're going to step aside. But at the half here in Bellevue High School, our score is 28. For the Rattlers and 6 for the Pasco Pirates. I'm Galen. With John Ivory, we're going to be right back after this, but you are listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Locally owned and operated since 1957. We are The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Two Men in a Truck. Are you wasting time boxing up packages and going to the post office or the UPS store? Are you tired of not knowing what you'll pay when you get there? Just Ship offers pickup service and flat rate packaging and postage rates, which takes the guesswork out of shipping while saving you time and money. So quit wasting valuable time and money. Call or text Just Ship at 352-234-3840. That's 352-234-3840. Just Shipped.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors, Sunday mornings at 8 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Listen Sunday mornings at 8 to Coasting into Retirement with Gary Marriage of Nature Coast Financial Advisors.
Our firm offers insurance services.
Here we are, Johnny. We are back live at Belleview High School. Johnny's, I don't think so. I think it's just intermittent. I think that signal's just not very strong.
Well, the picture's backwards.
What do you mean? What do you mean backwards?
Look at the B and look at the numbers.
Ha! Hey, I wonder how that happened. That's cool. Hold on.
There we go.
Oh, I think I did that. That's my bad. Why wouldn't it do? Never mind. I don't know. Sometimes I'm just happy to be here, Johnny. I would have never noticed that. I'm not very bright. All right, but Bellevue's coming on that extended halftime because of the homecoming. Your winner picked. What was the value of your bet?
I mean, quite honestly, if anyone knows this school like I do, she's probably the 2-1 odds-on favorite. I mean,
2-1?
Yeah, you're doubling your money.
That's still good.
Well, when you've got multiple girls out there in the homecoming court, though, about 8 of them, right? You kind of look at it like a horse race. You got 2-1 as the favorite. Maybe you got a 4-1. You got a 7-1. You got a 30-1 out there. I mean, the 30-1 definitely goes to one of the girls who's got the underdressed dad.
Yeah, I would, and I'm not kidding. I would love to have a conversation with them.
You blame it on the dad. You don't blame it on the girl. You blame it on the dad.
We need to have a one-on-one because he's undervaluing the situation, right?
Yeah.
A. And B, let's say financially can't get it done. Call John Ivory.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm not kidding. That's one of those things.
Listen, I've got like 50 ties in my closet, and I wear like 3 of them.
I could give you a jacket. I mean, let's do something here. Let's go rent a tux. I may have rocked the tux. I wouldn't have mind that look.
Oh, yeah. No, and I think that kind of used to be a thing where the dad would wear a tux to the homecoming night.
Sure. I will tell you, the Collette
brothers?
The
they were
boys
sharp. They were sharp.
Did a good job, and make sure you praise Mama and Daddy because they raised their kids right.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever had that idea of like, no, I want my brothers. You know what I mean? Just round of applause.
And they were dressed sharp, like
they
you said.
They look good. They all matched.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm a big fan of the blue suit with the brown shoes.
Yeah.
It's a good look.
100%.
Good look. Now, we'll see what they do later. I don't know.
So, Coach Ackerman here, this is kind of new territory to hear him lately where it's not a running clock going into the second half because the last couple games he's had a running clock going into the second half.
I think they've only run like 12 plays.
Yeah.
Hey, is number 52 a girl for Pasco?
I think so.
Her name is Cassidy Grubbs.
Wow. So they have
5'9", 220.
Shelby Gibbs is her name.
I have it at Cassidy Grubbs.
You got the wrong roster there. I've got the updated one here.
How many girls do they
have? So they have 2 girls on the team.
That's awesome. All right.
Yeah. Cassidy Grubbs is number 40, and Shelby Gibbs number 52.
Cassidy is a boy, though. Maybe that Sundance Butch Cassidy.
I don't know. Maybe they've got 2 girls on the team.
I don't know. Number 40 is a linebacker. But anyway, she looks like she can handle her own thing.
Yeah. She looks like Nick Mangold's sister. Remember her?
She kind of does. I wasn't going to do any kind of comparison because I would have gotten in trouble. But getting back, gosh darn it. and you call me. So you gotta bring the cleats. Jeez. All right, so here you are. We're about to kick off the second half, Johnny. And I think the Rattlers have probably only run about 15 offensive plays.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask the
and
coach.
They've scored 4 of them. Eric. What good are you?
Come on. You got to bring this kind of information for me. I'm dying over here. Like 15, maybe?
We're asking Coach Pitts here how many offensive plays they've run tonight, and he doesn't know.
He just embarrassed me. It's like, no, that's not even close. We're at 15 on one drive. Nope.
I don't know about that, Coach.
I don't either. He's got cleats on, though.
He still wants to go out there and play.
He does. He's like,
hey,
somebody goes
he was
down.
a heck of a ball player when he was
you
here.
could tell. Got a little athleticism.
Well, he played quarterback.
You could tell. He's got good feet. So here's the kick by Ingles. Oh, he's going to go onside. That ball's going to be picked up at the 35 by Baker.
Reed.
Oh, that's Reed. You're correct. I'm surprised Reed didn't just keep going.
Yeah, he just slid there. You know, maybe he just said, you know what? I want our offense to get some reps here. That's what he was doing, right?
Could be. They've only run about 15 plays. All right, but here we are. 28-6 is our score, Johnny. 1st and 10. The ball's going to sit at the 40. Ernest Flight's going to come out to start the half. 11:59 left to go here in the third quarter. Let's see what Flight and his boys can do. They're going to sing Swander in motion. Swander's going to got the edge. He's at the 40. He's got the 45. He hesitated. He's going to be brought down just shy of the first down. Johnny, he hesitated there at the corner.
Yeah. You know, Swander gets a little bit of a jet sweep, although it was a flip to him, so technically that counts as a pass.
Yeah.
Mahomes does that a lot with the Chiefs to Mecole Hardman and Tyree and all those guys. But, yeah, he just should have kept going. He started a little bit thinking it was going to give him some extra room, but it didn't, and now they're a yard short for 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1, and there's a bad snap. It goes over Flight's head. He picks it up. He runs backwards again. He's going to be brought down at the 27-yard line. 13-yard loss there. It'll be 2nd down and 23.
Yeah, so that just went right over his head there. And,
to his hands.
Yeah.
That was a good snap, John.
Yeah, and, and this right here, I mean, now you look back to that last play. You look back to that last play where if Swander doesn't hesitate and get the first down, you've got a 2nd and long. Instead, now you're facing a 3rd and long here.
Sure. You know what's great is your son right here in the second half is encouraging you to bring him for the rest of the season. My boy is laser focused.
He is laser focused on that, Paul. No, he's watching PJ Masks now.
Uh-oh. He's stepping up his game. Hopefully he doesn't watch the other videos you've downloaded on your phone.
Well, he's on YouTube right now.
Sure.
So hopefully YouTube doesn't give him some surprise videos because it goes on like a random.
Correct.
And hopefully I don't run out of battery either because that would be disastrous.
I got a charger.
That's right, you do.
I do. Again, here we go. There's a 5-yard penalty on a false start against Pasco. That's going to set up 2nd down and 17.
16.
Flight and Rob Jordan has to correct me apparently. Flight's in shotgun. He's going to drop back. He's got all kinds of time. He fires deep for Dudley. Dudley's got it at the 50. He breaks the tackle. He's got the first down. He's at the 40. Stutter steps and gets inside the 45, 35 to about the 33-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Bellevue.
Yeah, that looked like just another smash concept. Dudley in the slot there runs a deep corner route, gets to the first down marker, so great awareness by him to get to where the sticks are. Open for the pass. Flight puts it right on the money, and that looks like it's about a 35-15. We'll call that about a 28-yard pass there.
Good enough. Flight again in shotgun. 2 wideouts each way. Reed is to his left. They're going to do a toss sweep. This time it's to Lancott. Lancott's got the first down. He's got the edge. He's got one man to beat as he dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Lancott. Oh, and he's proud of himself.
Yeah, so nice jet sweep there to Lancott. Little flip there to him when he gets it. You gotta like this Lancott kid. And the great thing about him, he's only a junior.
Yeah,
he's only a junior. He's going to be a guy that Coach Ackerman likes, and we've seen him make some hits tonight too. Nice blocks. I mean, he's a guy that could potentially play both ways for them, both both sides of the field. I could see this kid being a pretty nice safety as well.
Absolutely. So our score is now sitting at 34-6. And here comes AK-22. Bad snap. Jackson Dennis picks it up. He's going to roll out. He's going to try to get into the end zone for the 2. He dives. 2-point conversion. Good.
Wow. So Jackson Dennis, senior, 4-year guy, been here at Bellevue all along, just being a playmaker there. He turned a disaster into what was a 2-point conversion for the Bellevue Rattlers.
It really helped that Pasco just didn't even attempt to stop him.
No. Yeah. Well, I like seeing plays like that with Langtot because, it's going to have to be guys like Langtot and Swander that need to step up next week if they want to beat Vanguard. Because they're going to key on Dudley. That's what I'm saying. Dudley's going to be a guy that they key on. They're going to key on Flight. They're going to key on Reed at running back.
And what they're going to do is they're going to put Elijah Hopkins one-on-one and Sanko one-on-one, and then they're going to let the other 7 play.
Yeah.
Right? The other 9 play.
Yeah. So you've got the names that come to mind, obviously. So if they're going one-on-one, Swander and Dudley will be those 2 guys getting covered. So it's going to have to be Langtot, Jackson Dennis. Those are the 2 guys I think that could really be the X factor on offense for the Bellevue Rattlers next week. They got to step up.
Well, and the offensive line is going to be the key next week, right? I mean, your Swanders are going to need to make plays. And AK-22 is going to put his foot into this one. That's a great kick.
Nice kick.
And high. It's picked up at the 10. They're going to give it to Owen. That ball's fumbled as they try to give it to the fast guy in the game, and that's Matos. I'm sorry.
He loses a yard. I'm going to credit the Pasco coaching staff there.
Flag on the play.
Coach Ackerman telling his kicker, do not kick it to the fast kid, Matos, number 1. So they're kicking it to their side, but Pasco, that's a game of chess now. They're going to say, okay, well, now we're going to try to give the reverse to Matos, but just didn't work out. But what do you have to lose if you're Pasco, right?
And again, there's going to be a block in the back, so this is going to go back to, let's say inside the 5 here, Johnny. It'll be 1st and 10 from their 5-yard line. 9:45 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line.
And now we got it's a 36-6 game, so we're not quite in the running clock yet.
Nope.
And Coach Ackerman has a rule. He told me. He said his starters stay in until he has a running clock. But even when it's a running clock, they still get 1 more series.
All right.
And then from there, that's when the backups come in.
Beautiful. So here we go. And I'll tell you, I may just leave you to this and go to the bathroom here in a second. See how it works.
I don't know if it's going to work out very well.
Oh, it will. I drank that whole tea, and that was a huge mistake. All right, so the quarterback is in. That's Io. He's under shotgun.
Io in at center.
Yeah. He's
a quarterback.
Quarterback, and there's a false start. 6 or 7 dudes were missing. I really believe that the center missed that snap. Now,
I think there was like 3 guys that threw flags.
You can decline this because it's a loss of 3 on the play, and so why not decline it and keep it as 2nd down and 13?
Yeah, I think they're
illegal procedure. 2nd down and 13. They're going to decline it. Oh, they're going to accept the penalty.
They took it. Wow.
Why are we accepting it?
I don't know.
That's a brain fart move unless he wants his defense to play.
Brain fart move by the Bellevue Rattler coaching staff there. We're going to have to ask Coach Ackerman about that one.
It should be 2nd down and 13. It said it's 1st and 13.
Well, he's not the one who said take it. It was actually the defensive coordinator,
McFadden.
Absolutely.
That's what I mean.
Who said take it.
No. We want him to play another down. Clock is stopped with 9:38 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Io is going to be underneath the center. Boy, they take their time, don't they?
They do. Well, they're just trying to get out of here.
Oh, Io looked like a broken play, but he's going to be brought down in the backfield for a safety. And the Bellevue Rattlers, apparently McFadden knew what he was doing.
Well, maybe that's why you take the penalty, huh? McFadden actually does, maybe he knows a little bit more than us. What do you think?
He's smarter than you and me.
Hey, but that
Daryl
was number
Miner.
9, Daryl Miner. He's another guy that we call his name a lot,
All
making
the
plays.
time.
So I want to say he actually
40 to
had
6 is
I
our
want to
score.
say he had a safety last game.
Right? 40 to 60?
38. 38 to 6. 38
You're
to
correct.
6.
38 to 6.
38 to 6, 9:31 remaining in the third quarter. And should be interesting to see what Pasco does here. Do they go ahead and do the squib kick? Do they punt it? What do you do? Because they're on their own 20.
You just punt it, and you hope Bellevue just calls a fair catch and runs offense. Well, we could be in a running clock here fairly quickly. Bellevue has just kind of tightened the screws down on this Pirates team.
Three more points. All it takes is a field goal, and we're in a running clock situation.
That's correct. Last time the Rattlers had the ball, they were able to score, and the time before that, they were stopped. So let's see what happens. They are going to punt
it. They are going to punt it.
Kind of a weak arm there by the kicker. Ingalls tried to clear the tee and get it out of bounds, and it was well short. He's got to do a better job of that. He's not a very good cornhole player.
I don't know what's going on here. The
They
ref
have
is
to line
talking.
up on the 19 now.
They're taking the kicking tee. Maybe they are going to kick it. A lot of confusion here by Pasco. They can't decide, am I going to punt? Am I going to kick?
They don't do anything quickly. All right, so back deep, it's going to be Swander, Elcott, and Dudley. So their top 3 wide receiving options are back deep. Lancott, sorry. It's a tough name. Too many C's and T's. There's an onside pooch kick. So false
Eugene,
start.
and it's they're going to go back 5.
Yeah,
so they're going to be kicking
Reed.
from the 15 now.
Eugene Reed had a touchdown. There was nothing between him and the hash mark. All he had to do was get outside, and with his speed, he was gone. So I think they're just saying which of us is going to score. Terrible kick there, Johnny.
Terrible.
All right.
And why would you?
Now they're going to punt it.
Now they're going to punt it.
Much better toss there to clear Ingalls.
I've got $5 that says he shanks it to about the 35-yard line.
Let's hope not. All right, I need an update on the Red Sox score. I'm very distracted.
I would check my phone, but I can't. My kid's watching PJ Mascot.
Oh, I thought he was going to drop kick it. That's a good kick. Picked up by Swander at the 45. He's going to move up the middle. He over midfield, gets a block. Don't touch the camera, Johnny. He's at the 40. He's at the 30, and that ball's going to come back. That'll be a block in the back, but he is brought down at the 3. And there is a player down, and we'll figure it all out.
Yeah, so he's just down with some cramps right now. Doesn't look like it's a big deal, but yeah, there is. He almost took that thing for a touchdown, but looks like there's a flag here at the 32-yard line. It's going to come back. They got a holding penalty on the Bellevue Rattlers. So Bellevue's going to have to start this drive from the 42 instead of basically inside the 5-yard line where he returned the ball to.
Yeah, so I guess we'll keep it here because the player got up. That's actually the punter, Ingalls. I don't think you want your kicker to, especially if he has to do it all over again. But
I tell you, Swander showed some
they're doing a spot foul. It'll be 10 yards from the spot.
Swander showed some nice speed there.
Sure
Get it to the edge.
Sure did. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty from the 43-yard line.
Once again, more bad math by referees.
No, they just marked it at the 43 and didn't push him back.
Well, no, the penalty was at the 32, so they should be on the 42, not the 43 is what I'm saying.
I got you. All right, so now Flight is going to come out. Our score 38-6, 9:15 left to go. 3 wideouts to the bottom. Flight looks that way. He's going to fire for Jackson Dennis, who's got it. He's got a lot of yardage in front of him. He's at the 20, gets a block, gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Rattlers.
Just a simple screenplay there, but it looks like, unfortunately, it's coming back. They're going to call a holding penalty on, looks like it was Dudley. The coaches are fired up right now, so I'm not going to sit here and say that it was a bad call by the refs because if the coaches are mad at Dudley, that means it probably was a legit hold on him. But Dudley was out there blocking on the edge. I want to say Swander was the other guy blocking on the edge for him. Jackson Dennis made some really nice moves on that.
Ackerman's pretty fired up at the ref. I don't think he's yelling at a player.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, Jackson Dennis wasn't touched. There was nobody within 5 yards, and we've got a Pirate down. And so we're going to step aside. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY only $4.99. Plus DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-70.
Locally owned and operated since 1957. We are The Source, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM.
Welcome back to high school football right here on WOCA The Source. I'm Caitlin Udall, joined by John Ivory. We are at Belleview High School. Our score, Johnny, is 38-6.
Yep.
And the Rattlers, I think, according to Brady Ackerman, just got robbed from 6 more.
They just threw a nice screenplay there to Jackson Dennis. He gets a 43-yard touchdown there. 2 receivers blocking on the edge for him. Unfortunately gets called for a hold. They called on number 8, Amarian Dudley, and Brady Ackerman was not happy with the officials. He even went to the white hat on the field. You could see him with the hand motion. His hands are inside. And that's the thing that these officials do a really bad job of. They don't understand that even though a guy's blocking somebody in open field, his hands are inside, it's not a hold. It's not until those hands get outside of the shoulders. Once those hands get outside the shoulders, then correct. It is a hold. But if his hands are inside, and he's got a hold of that breastplate on his shoulder pads, it's not a hold.
Hey, just so everybody knows, the freshman Brent Stevens is warming up on the sidelines. I think if they get to now they're moving the flag. Well, I don't know, there's some kind of a call. It's somehow now first down from the 40. It's a 10-yard penalty for something, so it'll be 4th down and 6. Flight drops back. He's going to look to the left. Now he comes back to the right for Jackson Dennis, who catches it at the 5 and carries a Pasco Pirate into the end zone. Touchdown, Rattlers! Jackson Dennis gets his touch.
So Jackson Dennis answers back there. After the 43-yard screen pass gets called back, Coach Ackerman says, hey, we're going to come right back to you, son. We went deep, 45 yards on the fade route. Jackson Dennis, we are now in a running clock situation, folks. 44-6, Bellevue Rattler lead.
And all right, now AK double deuce or 22, depending on your preference, is going to come in for the extra point to make it a solid 45-6. 8:33 left to go here in the third quarter. The Rattlers have erupted this half. Whoop! Jackson's going to pick it up. I'm not sure what there. He's going to try to dive into the end zone. Now he cuts back and slips. That was just ugly, Johnny. That was ugly.
Well, I got to attend to the 3-year-old here with YouTube, so give me a minute.
Yeah, get this done. All right. But here we are again. Nice drive there and a beautiful throw by Flythe as Jackson Dennis was wide open, just standing, waiting for the ball at about the 10-yard line. Caught it and carried a Pirate in for an easy touchdown. So now the Rattlers will kick off again. And the Pirates have just been beaten up here tonight. They've had several players go down with cramps. Most of the guys go both ways on offense and defense and special teams. Back deep is Matos. He's fast. He's scored on the only touchdown so far by the Pirates on a kick return. I think we're all glad to hear that, Johnny. Again, nobody wants to see the kick. This way we don't have to move the camera. You know, I was in TV for a long time. All right, 8:03 left to go, and the running clock has begun.
It looks like Jackson Dennis is the kicker here. AK-22 is not the guy here kicking.
No, that's AK-22.
No.
You're wrong.
Is it?
You're wrong.
Oh, you're right. It is.
It's all right.
It is AK-22.
I'm used to being right, except when I'm at home. That's a perfect pooch kick right there. Picked up at the 15 by Matos. Matos heads over the right side. He's brought down from behind, but managed to get through the hands. Couple of Rattlers had him, but that kid's strong. They got to figure out how to get him the football.
Number 20, Jaquan Donnelly, the defensive back. He's the guy that got there, got the hand on him, kind of slowed him down, and the rest of the Rattler kickoff team swarmed for the gang tackle to stop them there. So they're going to have a long field to go here, starting from their own 25.
Running clock. And the Pirates haven't done a lot on offense since their opening drive, Johnny, where they got inside the Belleview 20, and then McFadden made some adjustments and shut that down. One of the things they've done is it looks like they're widening their linebackers a little bit more and staying home.
That's right.
And Baker is just making plays from the backfield. And they're flying around to the ball. But Freitag has dominated the defensive line.
Freitag, another guy we've called his name a lot tonight, kind of earlier in the game, 65, Michael Miner, a defensive lineman. I have a feeling he's probably related to number 9, Daryl Miner. Maybe they're brothers.
You would think.
You would think.
And now they're going to give Ios, he's going to give it to the punter, kicker, and everything else, Ingalls, and he's going to be brought down for a 4-yard loss.
Yeah, and it looks like, is that Swander on defense?
Yeah, he plays a little defense.
No, that's not. That's Miner. That's Miner. I'm sorry.
Right.
The 9 looked like a 3.
Got it. Makes all the sense of the world.
You know, Miner, he seems like he's the king of tackle for losses for Bellevue, doesn't he?
He just flies to the football because he lines up right behind Freitag, and I think Freitag gets double-teamed, and it frees up Miner from that linebacking core.
You're exactly right.
I mean, there's no way those two are brothers. Yeah, I guess they are. He has black gloves on. I'm like, one's black, one's white. I mean, anything's possible.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is 65.
Like
both the Miners, they're both seniors too. So I don't know.
Maybe they're twins, not identical. Ios is going to give the ball to Ingalls.
The body types certainly aren't identical.
Nope.
Miner is kind of tall and lean, and
the other one is a nose guard.
Michael, yeah, let's just say he's got a nose guard type body.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say there's no relation.
Maybe they're cousins.
I don't know. They're both tall though.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, they're both. Well, let's see here. Michael Miner, the defensive lineman, is listed at 6'1", 265. And Daryl Miner is listed at 5'11", 180. He looks a lot bigger than 5'11".
Yeah, well, we're at a timeout, and so we're going to take a short break. You are listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
You're getting ready to move, and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
All right, we are back live at Bellevue High School as the Pirates are going to take the field. On offense, are going to move from our right to our left. Io is the quarterback. Haven't seen their starter, Javion Johnson, this half. They're going to give it on the end of the round, and he's going to be brought down for a huge loss, Johnny. It'll be 4th down now and about 17.
Yeah, that's the corner, number 20, Jaquan Donnelly, chasing him down from the backside there. So, Donnelly, once again, I think I said this earlier, but Coach Ackerman, he talks volumes about this kid. Unfortunately, he's a senior, so he's a guy that they're going to lose after this year. But I tell you, he's a guy that's going to really have to step up next week. against Vanguard, because as we all know, the quarterback, Fred Gaskin over there, is a really good runner. Maybe not the best throw in the world, so the plan is on defense for Bellevue, we're going to try to make that kid throw.
Yeah.
So your corner's got to step up.
Well, and they haven't played a team that likes to throw the ball and who's been able to execute that well all season. Pirates have some late guys coming in. That number 54, he wears a lineman jersey, but he's got a wide receiver body, and now they're going to punt it. And there's Ingalls on the punt. Not great, but it's not terrible either. It's going to bounce out of bounds just shy of the 50 at the 48-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rattlers. Let's see what they do on offense.
Looked like about a 26-yard, 27-yard punt for Pasco there.
Again, that's effective.
Well,
a lot of clean jerseys coming into the game.
At least you're making them start at midfield versus giving the ball inside the red zone.
Absolutely.
So I guess it's somewhat effective.
So Flight is going to stay in at quarterback. Harold is now the running back. Dennis Jackson's been taken off as the starting wide receiver. Swander is still out there, as is Dudley. So let's see what they do. It looks like
they've actually got
emptying the bench.
They've got Cedric Durden in the backup though, out here, number 7.
He's made some plays this year.
Well, he's not a full-time starter. He's more of a backup, but he's also not a senior. He's a kid that could end up being a pretty good player for him.
Well, the freshman is throwing balls out there. They're going to give it to Dudley on the sweep. He tries to get the edge. He's got 6, but he's brought down. Good pursuit there by the Pirates. That'll set up 2nd down and 7 with the running clock. 2:48 left to go in the quarter of the 3rd.
So we have a flag here. Looks like it's going to be on Pasco. Number 14. He probably said something, a little extracurricular activity there. He's arguing with the ref still, and I don't know who number 14 is.
Is he arguing with the sideline? Yeah, he's arguing with the ref.
Or no, number 44. I'm sorry. It's number 44, Javon June. He's still arguing with the ref.
He's walking it off, but no reason to do anything stupid and get a 3-game suspension.
Yeah, right.
All right, so Harold is going to slide up the Flights right in the running back position, 2 wideouts each way. Dudley is in the slot. They're going to fire to him. Nope, they're going to fake it. That's a holding call. It's coming back. Flight rolls out to his right, fires through the hands of Swander. And it'll be, let's see where they mark that at. It's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the 31. It'll be 1st down and a solid 24.
Yeah, so Flythe has to roll to his left.
Freshman is coming into the game, Johnny.
Freshman, Britton Stevens. But, yeah, as we know, Flythe is not comfortable rolling to his left. So, but yeah, Britton Stevens, number 13. I tell you, Coach Ackerman, he's excited about this kid.
He's a lefty, so therefore he does everything wrong. I have one of those at home, and they just can't do many things right except for play first base and hit. So the freshman, Stevens, is in shotgun. He's going to give it to Harold. Harold gets away from a guy in the backfield, tries to get the edge, but he's knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit there by Ios, who came out of the scrum with the football, but they're going to say he was down. Yeah, and Harold is not at a very good start. He's turned the football over, and that time I think he just missed the hole.
Yeah, and Harold seems like he's a speedy kid. He's just small. He's small, doesn't get a lot of strides out there. He's not going to necessarily outrun you, but yeah, coach doesn't let his freshman throw at first play. Let's see if he lets him rip it here on 2nd and long.
Jermaine Wright is the running back now. He's going to fire to Wright. Wright almost makes a circus catch. Not a good throw there. It looked like it was rushed.
Yeah, so Jermaine White, number 19, another freshman.
He wasn't quite ready for the football.
In the game here, just throwing a simple little bubble screen there to White, the running back, and unfortunately, he kind of threw it in front of him. Wasn't the best pass.
It's a big moment. I mean, 15 seconds left to go here in the quarter. It's 3rd down and 23 for Stevens. See what he does here. What Ackerman allows him to do. He's going to drop back. He's under pressure. He fires deep on the seam route to Dudley. Dudley with a great catch. Grabs a guy, carries a guy, gets in the end zone. Wow. Touchdown, Rattlers.
Wow. Amarian Dudley. I tell you what, he goes screaming down the seam of the field there. Mosses 2 players, breaks a tackle, and then drags 2 tacklers right into the end zone. 9 out of 10 players, most players are getting tackled on about the 6-7 yard line. He gives 110%, the extra effort, gets in the end zone, and now Omarion Dudley is in the sole second place in the Bellevue High School season reception record books with 9 on the season. And John Ivory, myself, is now number 3 alone.
You just wanted to say your own.
Golly.
All right, so here comes AK-22. They've had some trouble with the snap and the hold the last 2 times. That one's pure. And it goes to the ambulance where it's dropped. Kid's got to make that play back there by the ambulance. Right, Johnny?
Oh, yeah.
Let's coach that up.
And let's point out Britton Stevens' first career varsity touchdown pass.
Absolutely. And by the way, I mean, the young man's not going to sleep for 3 days.
He's going to be thinking about that all weekend.
But he needs to go and give Dudley the biggest hug on the planet because he looked like a star.
Listen, that I mean, no disrespect to Stevens, but that touchdown was Dudley just being the man out there. That was him being the dude.
Absolutely. All right, so we are in a running clock. It's 51-6. We're at Bellevue High School, and what we're going to do is we're going to step aside real quick. You're listening to high school football right here on WOCA, The Source.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
All right, welcome back to high school football. I'm Galen Udall, joined by John Ivory. Dudley has been the star tonight, and there's AK-22 with a nice hanging pooch kick. He's picked up the 10, and that's Matos, who brings it to the 20. He's met by every Rattler on the team. I even think the cheerleaders got in on that tackle.
Daryl Miner was the first one to get there to really slow it down, and the rest of the kickoff team just gang tackled him there. So running clock here, 51-6, 11 minutes and 40 seconds left to go in the game. And Bellevue's rolling. And they got, for the most part, they got the backups in on offense, at least. On defense, it looks like most of the starters are done. There's some new guys.
There's some clean socks and clean jerseys.
There's some new guys in on the line. We got, looks like number 45, William Madison, a junior. Number 70, Aiden Phillips, who's a senior. And number 49, Noah Mosley, another senior. So we got some seniors on the defensive line in the game, getting some playing time. Otherwise, it looks like at the defensive back and linebacker positions, we still have the starters in the game for the Bellevue Rattlers.
Well, Johnny, we have about 11 minutes left in this game. It's a running clock, and let's look ahead.
We always look ahead. We've been looking ahead for about 3 weeks now.
Since Springstead. and let's talk now. Bellevue's schedule is now iffy, right? I mean, they've played one team with a 500 record, right?
Yeah.
So are what we've seen here in the last
which they're better than
season,
500. What is Springstead? They're probably what?
No, Springstead is
They're
they're
5 and
one
2?
game over 500. They're 5-3.
Okay.
They lost last week.
Oh, they did. Okay.
So you got LeCanto.
Yeah.
They lost. They're going to lose tonight, so they won't have a winning record.
They were getting beat by Vanguard 40-0 last I heard.
So what do we got for next week? I mean, who are the Rattlers? Do you really know? Do you think they're tested? Do you believe? What do you think?
I think they got.
You're incredibly biased, but I still want to know your opinion.
You know, I think they did truly get tested against Springstead. We can at least agree on that, right?
I think their defensive discipline there's a hold, by the way. That'll come back. It'll be second down and 20.
Jahari Baker thinks he's got a defensive
touchdown
here.
He did strip it, and the quarterback, Ingles, got popped.
But they're going to say he was down.
Well, he was down. And that'll stop the clock because of the injury, but we'll keep talking, Johnny.
Yeah. So, they definitely got tested by Springstead.
How did they get their offense didn't get tested? I think what happened is that they proved that Dunellen's a disciplined football team. Springstead had 3 athletes, right? 3 players.
Yeah.
They weren't tested on the edge. There wasn't a speed difference. There wasn't a size difference.
But I also wouldn't say Springstead was terrible on defense
Absolutely
either.
not.
They had a decent defense.
They made mistakes, and Bellevue capitalized on them.
They did. So, but unfortunately, I didn't see that tonight out of Bellevue. Okay, when
homecoming's rough, man.
When teams like when I saw Lake Weir and Springstead make big mistakes, Bellevue capitalized on that. When Pasco made mistakes tonight, Bellevue did not capitalize tonight, and you can't do that going into Vanguard. You need to be rolling and be able to capitalize. So, but once again, I think we've talked about this before. Bellevue's got a good special teams, and if you want to beat Vanguard, you got to figure out other ways to beat them. You got to beat them on special teams because you're not going to out-athlete them. You're not going to outrun them. I mean, I think Bellevue's got enough speed to keep them honest, but they got to win the game up front, and they got to win on special teams. If they can do that, they've got a chance to win the ball game. And I'll tell you right now, Coach Ackerman, he's confident. And I'll tell you, about 3 weeks ago when him and I were talking, he really wasn't all that confident. He's like, this is before Springstead.
By the way, they picked up the flag.
They picked up the flag?
It'll be 2nd down and 10, sorry.
And not that he wasn't confident that they couldn't play with Vanguard. He's just like, hopefully we compete, we make it a good game. We don't want to get blown out. But now he's like, John, we're going to win this game. We're going to win this game. So go ahead, Galen. I'll let you talk.
Well, I'll let you be a dad because your son's YouTube channel got cut off.
Well, it looks like the stream went out a little bit on him.
All right, so here we go. They're going to give it to the deep man. He's brought down. That ball comes out, and it's going to be a turnover touchdown. Bellevue Rattlers on the fumble recovery, 57-6.
And that's number 12, Montavious Lightsley.
He's had a good football game.
He's had a good football game. He's a guy who we have not called much this year, but here he is making some plays tonight, and he gets his first defensive touchdown of the season. Bellevue now has the lead 57-6, and I tell you, I love it when the backups are in and they're having fun scoring touchdowns too.
Well, it makes practice Monday so good.
Yeah.
And again, confidence is huge for this Rattlers team. Let's see what happens. Let's see if Brady Ackerman and Air Raid make me a believer next Friday night, because we're going to have that game live right here, and it's going to be a fun one. There's going to be so much hype as John just crashed his phone. That's probably why he doesn't have a new one. Great kick by AK-22, and that is 52-6. Nope, I'm sorry, it's 58-6.
58-6.
Rob Jordan can't count that high. He's an English major. But again, that game's at Booster. I really don't think home field matters much. It's in county, right?
But
Bellevue is going to travel next week.
Believe it or not, there's a statistic rolling around out there that Bellevue has a winning record at Booster Stadium.
Are you the only one who's throwing that out there?
Well, I talked to Burton. He said that may sound right, that Bellevue's got a winning record at Booster, and then in addition to that, Bellevue actually leads the all-time series.
When's the last time they played?
They played last year.
Okay. Yeah, that's right, because of COVID.
They played the year. Right. They played the year before that too.
That's true too.
But then, so they played in 2019. But when they played in 2019, I think it was the first time they played since about 2012. They hadn't played for about 7 or 8 years.
I remember that. Yeah.
Because when Philip Yancey became head coach here, he stopped playing. He was like, I think he played them like 1 year. He's like, we can't do this anymore. This is stupid.
Well, and again, and I've said it a million times, and I'll continue to say it Till the year the king gets dethroned, you're the king. And they beat Dunellen. Vanguard beat Dunellen.
After Dunellen's beat them the last 3 times.
No, they beat them once.
No,
they beat them twice, that's right. But the year before, Vanguard beat them. That was the first time.
No. Vanguard beat them the year before that, too.
And then Dunellen beat Vanguard twice last year.
Denellen beat them twice last year, and the year before that, they beat them in the regular season. Remember, it was the game where Leonard Manuel left at halftime.
Oh, that's right. I covered that game. Were you? No, you weren't next.
I wasn't there, but I heard all about it.
Yeah,
it was
you
the
weren't
talk
next
of the town.
I remember you just left.
Denellen literally won 3 times in a row in 2 years against Vanguard.
Did Steve Rim do that game with me? I don't know. It's on YouTube. I have to go back and watch it. But Denellen, and if you remember, Vanguard got punished in the first half. And then Rucker decided he was taking over, and he took over the second half of that game, but it just wasn't enough. I'm a big believer in Trent Townsend, and Fitzpatrick was the best football player in the country last year.
Denellen's a team that had a little bit of a slow start this year, but they've been rolling.
They got hit weird because they played Buchholz with 1 day notice.
Yeah,
and I just think they went into that game thinking, preparing for one team, and then
they lose
they got an
Vanguard.
incredibly well-coached Buchholz team, who Buchholz just won.
Who, by the way, Buchholz is playing Bowls
Correct.
next Friday.
No, I thought that was tonight.
No, it's next Friday.
Next Friday?
Yeah, so we got 2 big games here in the area. You got Bowls versus Bowls at Buchholz, and then you have Bellevue at
Citizens
Vanguard.
Field?
Yeah.
It's a good broadcasting perch. You're so high up there. All right, so here we go. The Pirates are finally going to take the field now. 5:55 left to go. They're going to give the end around, and he's going to be brought down right at the line of scrimmage by every Rattler on the team, gets a piece.
And Bellevue's got pretty much all their backups in at this point right now. We'll call out some names there just because they're guys that don't typically get their names called. Number 18,
Who
Calvin.
is number 70, Johnny?
Number 70, that is Aiden Phillips, a senior. He was out there talking trash, I saw.
I don't know if he was talking trash, but he sure looked like he was having a good time.
Yeah, he was having a good time saying something to the other team. But
I have no idea, but good job, Aiden. Enjoy yourself.
18, number Calvin Garvin on the tackle for Bellevue.
Go earn your letter, son.
And 33, Romarian Gordon, a freshman out there.
He's in
also
a 4-point. I'm just focused on 7. He's in a 4-point stance, right over the center. He stares it down, looking at the football. 2nd down and 7. Aiden pushes forward. He gets pancaked right in the center. Takes out 3 other guys of his teammates. It'll set up 3rd down and 7.
Nice open field tackle there by the freshman, Romarian Gordon.
I think Aiden Phillips fell on his own teammate. And it'll be timeout Bellevue. Aiden Phillips is going to come over the sideline and go, yes, I blocked it up the middle. Feel good about myself. Got pancaked.
Hey, listen, he did his job. He
Love
clogged,
it.
he
He's
clogged
so
that hole.
funny.
He took on 2 blockers and clogged that hole.
Sure did. Feels good about it. He ran off the field, little spring in his step, and that's what I love. And there's a timeout on the field by Pasco.
So we'll get back to the Vanguard talk here. So let's hear your thoughts. You heard some of mine about how we have to win the special teams game. We have to be able to compete up front if Bellevue wants to win. What do you think?
I'll be honest with you. I think this offensive line, there's some problems with the Bellevue offensive line. A. B. Flythe running around the way he has been cannot get away with that against Vanguard because Vanguard's got too many athletes.
You're probably right about
that. Now, Flythe is a special player, right? I've liked what I've seen out of him. Let's see if he can do enough to upset Vanguard because we know that the Vanguard team can get a little undisciplined and get frustrated. The key to this football game, though, is can the Rattlers defense keep it close, right? Because the Vanguard defense is weak, and I've been impressed by McFadden. McFadden, by the way, if there's one dude who's ready to play, Friday night it's McFadden, right? You don't doubt that dude against Vanguard. And there's a throw. He throws it into the flats, hit as he gets rid of it. Great pressure there by the defensive front.
Yeah.
Too bad it wasn't my man Phillips.
Another reserve player, number 17, Victor Maldonado, a senior.
Had to be a senior if he's got the number 17, right?
Yeah, a senior, and you're playing defensive line. It looks like, or outside.
All right, so now Bellevue's going to call timeout. I think McFadden wants to make sure he clears the bench.
Well, and I think he just wants to make sure his guys know what they're doing as well.
So let again, this game is going to, and I do hope to talk to Brady this week. Farmer, I could call him. I don't think he talked to me.
Are you going to do a pregame with Farmer? I think he should. I think we should get both an interview.
Don't have enough time.
We should get an interview by both Brady and Farmer. What do you think?
You're going to interview Farmer, I'll interview Brady.
Oh, that'd be great.
Now, Farmer.
That would be like Joseph Stalin and Winston Churchill getting together for a meeting.
You know, I have a ton of respect for Edwin Farmer. What he does with those kids, he works his butt off. He works hard for those kids, and you see it. I've been a part of that team.
He just opens his mouth a little too much.
But he backs it up. He backs it up. I mean, name another team in the state of Florida that has been to 5 consecutive.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about personal things.
I don't care. I know. I like Edwin. I like his game. He was very good to me when I broadcast those Vanguard teams for 4 years. And I really enjoy him.
One of the things I want to see Flythe do better next week is the reads, reads.
We're running low on battery. There's not a lot to see, so I'm just going to put this on the charger.
Oh, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're at 20%. It doesn't start getting shaky until you get below 10.
All right, well, then I'll put it back on there, Johnny.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right, there we go. So they're going to punt away, so it looks like Bellevue's going to get another shot at this football, even though Bellevue doesn't believe him. There's nobody deep. And I think they're going to call a timeout or something. Yeah, they're going to call a timeout. Oh, the Pirates, and why not? Because this game is just dragged. Special teams. Special teams goes to the Rattlers. The kicking game, let me correct that. Kicking game goes to the Rattlers. But Hopkins, Dede, all those guys can take it to the house if they get their hands on it.
Is Hopkins playing in the offense or strictly defense?
He's playing both ways. Did you see the catch he made against Bellevue? Woo!
Bellevue.
I'm sorry, Dunellen?
No.
Wow. I mean, just look at...
You talking about the same Hopkins that couldn't catch a cold last year when he played for Westport?
He's not as bad as Burt, but Hopkins went up and made a play against Fitzpatrick, and it's on Raw Recruits, our guy Raw Recruits. Follow him on Twitter if you want to use a social media that bans free speech. Follow him on Twitter. He's a great follow if you really want to follow sports here in the Marion County area.
Shanked punt there.
Ball bounces at the 50, takes a nowhere hop. That was like my 8-iron. I hit an 8-iron Wednesday, 6 inches from the pin, and it spun back.
How far do you hit your 8,
inches.
though? What's your 8?
148? I'm old and fat.
148 club?
I used to be good. I'm not good anymore.
My 9,
hadn't played in 2 years.
My 9 is my 148 club.
Oh, you're a beast. You're a college athlete.
I'm actually playing in a big tournament.
Even though I made more money on college scholarship than you did.
I'm going to be.
How about that?
I'm actually going to be pretty tired on Friday. I'm playing in a 3-day golf tournament starting Thursday.
My gosh,
and Wednesday I do a practice round, so I'm actually going to be on my
Stevens
3rd day
in
golf.
shotgun. He's going to give it to his fellow freshman who breaks a tackle. That's right. He breaks 1, 2, gets over midfield. Ball cops out. And the Pirates recover. White was just trying to do too much.
Yeah, that's Jermaine White, the freshman, number 19. Just being a freshman, like you said, trying to do too much. And he fumbles the ball after giving good effort.
Now,
he's,
you know
he's
what?
upset.
Here's
he's
the
upset
thing.
right now.
He's got this is a defining moment in this young man's career. Right? You cannot rip your helmet off and throw it down.
Well, and his team, I like how the upperclassmen right now, look at Eugene Reed, the upperclassman starting running back, looking at him, getting in his face, but in an encouraging manner at the same time, telling him, hey, listen, you're gonna be able to get this done. Sometime you're gonna be the dude. So, hey, don't worry about it. You're gonna have your chance.
You know, and too often, and I tell kids this all the time that I coach, failure is a part of sports.
You learn from failure.
Right, but correct, failure is a part of sports.
And I think, quite honestly, that's part of the issue that we have in society today. Let's look at the Simone Biles stuff. At the end of the day, she quit because she wasn't doing good.
No,
she was afraid of failing.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
that was a mental issue. Did you watch the documentary on the Bella Carolis?
Listen.
Did you? Yes or no?
No.
The way she was sexually abused, physically abused, and mentally abused, she can quit anytime she wants.
Okay.
She's a champion. She earned it.
Listen. Oh, wow.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
That was a bad number 80 there.
Just get him off the field.
Number 80, Shaquan Richardson, a junior, out on the field.
Just get him off the field at that point. Yeah. And again, that's the kind of thing.
That was a selfish play there.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the kind of thing that Ackerman's going to talk about. So those are 2 plays in a row where it's teaching moments, right? You can't have a kid come over and throw his helmet down when you're up by 58-6.
Yeah.
Right? Just because failure is a part of life.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I failed on this broadcast last week. Couldn't get the audio to work. You work through it.
And we kind of failed a little bit pregame.
Yeah, thankfully people could listen. If Verizon worked, that would help. But you have to learn how to deal with failure. And that's part of what sports can teach you if you have the right mentor. And I think Ackerman, Brady and I talked about that in the one interview we did, because we sat and talked for about an hour. And we talked about the culture he was trying to build. And now he had to send a message really quickly. And here's a senior out there just trying to coach his kids up the line up. And they're going to give it to the end around. He picks up 2. He's brought down by, nice play there by the lineman.
34, Jeff Rude, junior linebacker in the game, making a nice play. Nice read there, nice pursuit.
So it looks like Ackerman's going to get his 6th win of the season, right, John? 7th win, 7-1.
7-1, going in against the undefeated Vanguard Knights, who is 7-0, right? Because they have one less game. So big district championship coming up.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun, and it's going to be electric.
How many times are you going to call me this week with some information that, no, look, dude, I heard this is going to happen?
I got the inside scoop.
You will. You will tell me.
Well, I'm going to be excited to see the amount of fans that Bellevue brings to the game.
Well, you know the Knights, they support their team.
They do.
Right, especially a Booster.
A big game, they're going to come. Bellevue's going to travel.
Booster's the best stadium in Alachua, Marion, Levy,
I'll tell you
Lake
right
County.
now, playing as a high school player in this county, Booster was always my favorite.
It's the best.
I think that is LaRocco. He was just yelling at me.
Is it really?
That is LaRocco.
LaRocco, lose some weight. COVID's been rough.
I just thought that was a bigger version of LaRocco.
Wow. LaRocco. I thought the guy had a little flair.
He did have a little bit flair.
All right. So, Johnny, what are the...
He wasn't the white hat. He got demoted. He got demoted.
Wow. He must have heard your trash talking.
Yeah. For Twitter. Save it for pregame.
Is this the best possible outcome for tonight's game for Brady?
Elaborate. What do you mean by that?
He's got special teams he can now focus on because they allowed a special teams touchdown.
Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah.
He's got some discipline issues at the end of this game.
Yeah. But it was an underclassmen who were not going to touch the field against Vanguard.
But you can use that as a teaching moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They scored defensively. They got a safety. Their offense wasn't great, but it was good enough. But it wasn't to the point where they were perfect.
No.
And they can go in saying, we're perfect. We're good.
I think some of the biggest teaching moments you take away from this are some of those missed opportunities in the first half where you get a turnover right before the half, an opportunity to score, get a quick.
We got unplugged. So, Johnny, we are live here. Somebody in the press box. So, here we are. We are live. And so, Johnny, what do you want to say? Anything?
Just tune in. Tune in. Next week, Vanguard Bellevue District Championship, 7 o'clock.
All right. Well, you have been listening to high school football right here on WOCA. The Source. Oh, I got the green one. Somebody unplugged it.
Go up there and tell
them.
like you got.
Text Dan and tell them we're off.
Please. Yeah, let's go potty. Come on.
Are you coming back or are you taking the chairs?
No, I'm coming back. All right, let's go. Come on. Be careful.
The green one?
All right, I'll be right back.
I'll catch you next.